Hello and welcome to episode 38 of the Terminus podcast for Halloween 2015.
Spooky.
But no one can hear you scream.
Unfortunately, we don't have any scary stories, but...
Or any guests.
Yeah.
We have Rainbow Dash.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't list him because I don't feel like doing every letter individually. But aside from the empty guest spot, I am your dispatcher, Trainman, otherwise known as Ellis. And with me, I have my engineers, Wybold, JDur, and Milky.
Woo.
Hi.
Whoop.
I mean, my spooky, scary
Our
skeletons.
skeleton crew.
Oh, that is
Woo.
appropriate. Anyways, before the podcast scares you all off, the train will terminate at this station.
Okay, this week we're in dark Galesburg, Illinois, at the Galesburg Railroad Museum
look.
and Amtrak Depot.
Hey, look. Well, I mean, if you
Look.
guys can't see it, I can, but there's a train pulling in. I knew it! The people clustered to the platform.
Is it Amtrak?
Yes, it's Amtrak.
Yes, it's Amtrak.
Woo woo.
Let's see
No,
if there's
it's
anything on the
Santa
other
Fe.
view. No, there's nothing on
Oh,
the
it's
other view.
Burlington Northern.
Actually, it's BRR.
Epic.
Although it might as well...
Zimbabwe National Railroads. Thank you.
It might as well be DLNW, because over at Steamtown, we're having in approximately 11 days. That'd be Veterans Day, November 11th. They're having a entrance fee free day at Steamtown, which is in order to honor all of our veterans. Yeah.
Eddie Rams.
I haven't been doing much of anything today other than driving, so I might be a little bit rusty on the talking thing.
On the English thing.
Yeah,
There is an Amtrak thing.
but yeah. Entrance fee free day, and all active duty military members and their dependents will be able to obtain an annual park pass, which is an $80 value at no charge during their visit.
Wow.
So, seriously, that's totally worth it if you want to go to this place multiple times. Hopefully they'll have that 060, steam and trains are on the yard pretty soon, so you'll get to experience some not Diesel Town.
Woo.
Maybe they'll have the Hudson tank engine. Oh, wait.
That poor thing.
Oh, wait, they have the 060 running?
They will soon. It was pretty far along when I was there.
Soon,
Soon,
yeah.
soon.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And there's just a thing here that talks about the different exhibits that are going on. Of course, Steamtown National Historic Site is open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. On all the days ever, apparently. It doesn't say what days, but presumably November 11th, because that's when this is going on.
November 11th is on November 11th.
Yes, it is.
Tomorrow was November 2nd.
No, November 11th first.
November 2nd is tomorrow.
No, it's not. It's 2 days from now.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Wybold,
I'm not-
you're breaking the wall.
I'm not actually here. I'm in the car coming out from the museum.
Jeez.
Because
Well, well, be careful, or you're going to start causing confusion and delay.
Oh, boy. Sorry, I was eating a cookie. It was a festive one. It was pumpkin. It was decorated like a jack-o'-lantern. He's got chocolate chip teeth.
Spice everything.
Pumpkin Spice Podcast.
That's the best part of fall, is everything is pumpkin flavored.
Well,
Pumpkin
if you
flavored,
like
not
pumpkin.
pumpkin flavored.
Pumpkin.
If you like pumpkin. Pumpkin, not
good.
pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Oh, great. This again. I got a text for the viewers just real quick. After the last podcast with Ellis commenting on how fun pumpkin was to say, and the weirdness that is the word pumpkin, in class the other day I got like 3 texts that were just him saying pumpkin.
I got one, and then you said something back, and then I said something else stupid back.
It's a battle of stupid. Anyway, confusion and delay happened because we were, well, first off, open the portcullis! We have a big door on the back. Yeah, and it's a lot slower than that as well. We have a big garage door now on the back of the roundhouse, and you can open it to what will be a building. Right now it's just a lot, but it will be a building.
It's a lot of what?
Oh.
A lot of dirt and empty.
Type in BS and Gondolin for foam.
Yeah. It's just a big empty lot where the golf cart gets parked. But so that's been dubbed the portcullis because it's this big iron garage door that takes like 5 minutes to open completely.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then the thing that we're planning to do with open the portcullis is, as I said, confusion and delay. We had 346 parked in the stall yesterday, and we're looking through the back of the roundhouse through the open door at the rear of 346, and Mike made the comment, "This is a really weird view." And through through a few exchanges of jokes and everything, we came to the idea of take a picture of 346 and then Photoshop the back of the building when they first broke the hole in it to put the garage door there.
Oh no.
So there's like bricks and debris everywhere, and have 346 in the picture and, say,
"Oh yeah,
346, you have caused confusion and delay." And then he had the other great idea of, well, how can we make somebody get a heart attack from this? And we could mirror it so it looks like the other wall of the roundhouse, and say, "Hey," and then the president's name, who I'm not going to say, "Hey, we need a new garage door on stall 5 now."
Oh my god.
So it looked like it was stall 5 rather than 1.
Please tell me you guys are going to go through with this.
I hope Mark will. Mark was the one going to do it.
We need our Photoshop masters.
Hey,
Yes.
Pedro,
Okay, where's Kevon?
I thought I heard something from you.
What?
Did you hear something from us?
I heard something from JDur, I think.
Yeah, I just heard something as well.
What are
did
you
you
on
hear?
about?
That.
Yeah, that.
Oh.
Anyways,
On that bombshell.
I have good news. A new scenic railroad has sprung up in the Berkshires.
Woo.
That's odd.
I know.
Like, that's really odd. That's great, but that's odd.
I know. It is called appropriately the Berkshire Scenic, and it runs
Berkshire?
out of it runs out of Adams, Massachusetts, and
The Berkshire.
into North Adams. So presumably it uses the Adams Industrial Tract that runs down off of the Pan Am Southern Line that goes through the Hoosick Tunnel.
To the music tunnel.
Hoosick. Anyways, I'm
Who's
just reading through this article here. The selectmen lauded the Hoosick Valley Service's soft opening Columbus Day weekend. I think they feel embraced by both communities, and it has been a real pleasure to work with North Adams on this project, Director of Community Development Donna Season told the board on Wednesday. It really has been a great collaboration with Berkshire Scenic Rail and the two communities. This is a feel-good story, and I think this is just going to get better and better. So, the partnership between the towns and the museum was announced in 2013, and then they're still working on materials and track currently. So they need to finish the last 7/10 of a mile to Hoosick Street, and they'll be done, basically. And Seasons had $4.5 million paid for all the supplies and part of the labor, and the railway must secure funds for labor to finish. Okay, so they need to wrap that up, but then they'll have all set. Then they'll have their railroad all set up, and it's just important to realize the full vision of this and the full positive economic impact to both communities. Theoretically, because this runs between two towns, unlike most,
Scenic things?
Yeah, unlike most scenic things would just sort of start somewhere and then end in the woods and then come back. This actually runs between two towns, so they have the opportunity to do something that I always get a kick out of when a scenic railroad tries to do, which is,
pull a San Luis and Rio Grande.
One-way tickets. Would you like to?
That and possibly freight.
Oh, that'd be nice too.
That and like possibly revenue service.
They are wonderfully attached to Pan Am Southern, which, as we know, is a wonderful railroad. Right outside of the Massachusetts Museum of Contemporary Art, which, if you guys recall from a couple podcasts ago...
Isn't that the one that has the engine inside of it?
No, that was where I went.
Museum?
I went to the music festival there, where the train kept interrupting. Would run through the music festival in the middle of the Punch Brothers playing, and people like that. Yeah.
Are you sure that this place is new?
Fairly.
How new?
What, Berkshire Scenic?
Yeah.
Their maiden voyage was apparently on October 16th.
Yeah. I found
Have they
that
been a
out.
museum?
They've been working on it for a while, yeah.
Okay.
What do they have?
Well, according to the picture here, they've got a Bud car.
They've got a Bud car. I looked up some of the stuff. They've got an RS3.
Woohoo.
They've got an SW1000. They've got an S4,
It may not
I
be,
think that is.
Okay.
And they also have Sadie that visited.
That may be a different Berkshire lines.
Berkshire Scenic Railway?
They need to get a Berkshire.
Boo.
I'm not sure that's gonna work out.
Point for bad
No,
point.
not Lennox, Mass.
Oh,
Not
okay.
Lennox, Mass.
Okay.
Alright, wait a minute. Hold on.
There.
Maybe?
Point
Maybe
five.
not.
I don't know.
I'm confused now.
I can't tell what they have.
Why do
I
I have
think
point
I'm fairly
No,
sure
yeah, no,
that this is theirs.
It's the same one, but apparently, is this their first run to Adams then?
Might be.
Oh, yeah. Service rides between Adams and North Adams begin October 2015. Okay, so they've been around for a little while, but they haven't been running between the two towns.
Okay.
And now they have.
That's why.
See,
Because Berkshire Scenic sounds awfully familiar.
yeah, it does. It does.
I feel like we've talked about it before, and with that, as evidenced by probably in the context of Have Engine Will Travel.
Yeah, that's true. I have heard of these guys before, but when I was in Adams to see Dick Elwell's layout, that's when they were talking about this, and they were saying, oh, we've got, they're still working on that, so I didn't put two and two together, basically.
All right.
And so now they've got this, so presumably they were running out of Lennox, and now they're going from North Adams to Adams.
That's good.
Now I just need to figure out where that is. Figure out on our awesome map.
Oh yeah, you need to put a link to that.
I will. I forgot about that.
I love that map.
Oh, yeah. Well, here it is. They've got a... Okay. So it looks like the railroad runs from... I don't know if they can run this far. Basically, it looks like it links up towns called Berkshire, Cheshire, Adams, and North Adams. And it's right next to Mount Greylock.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a map of it specifically.
Oh, they have Quakers. I love their oats.
God damn it, man.
Well, they're peaceful people, just like their oats are peaceful on my indigestion.
Eh?
Alright, so yeah, here is... I am confused slightly as to what the maps of this place are like. I'm seeing Stockbridge, Lennox. What is this? Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do at all.
Dear.
Are they in two different locations? Is that it? Because that would make
I
more
don't know.
sense. That would make more sense to me.
They also have this. It's a
What?
It's a what?
Link. Bible.
Hang on.
Link.
It's just a little bit down the page. They call it the Pittsfield Cannonball.
Link. Oh. What is this?
It's a high rail Greyhound bus.
Oh no.
On to sleep post bus.
That's
I want this in
beautiful.
Gmod.
Rail bus.
I want that in Gmod.
Literal rail bus.
Can someone build? Can you build
That's
that
goofy.
in Gmod?
Could build a bus. I don't want to build a bus.
Do it. Build the bus.
I'm already building a rail bus.
Spoilers.
You know, I'm trying to see, like, they're
I don't think
totally... Yeah, I'm confused now. Are there two different places? Because...
I don't remember if...
Well, because I'm seeing two maps that don't attach to one another. Yeah, that's state line. This is south of that, and then these guys. Oh, this is okay. Yeah, no, it's like a different spin-off. There's the Berkshire Scenic Railway Museum, which runs its own thing, and then this is the Hoosick Valley service.
This is tunnel.
Yeah, that's over there. That's over there. But yeah, this is yeah, okay, here's a fairly comprehensive map. So it's two different locations. It's two different locations, but it's more or less it's the same like parent company, I guess. So anyways,
well, anyway, good for them.
Yeah, let me find links to put this all in the thing, and I'll come back to the map in just a minute, so somebody else pick up the slack.
Okay, I'll do my thing. It'll only take a minute. Well, I don't have any new news from my jurisdictions.
Oh.
But I did a little bit of rail fanning today.
Yay!
A little bit, I mean, maybe 10 seconds. 10, 20 seconds.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Oh. Okay, so during my...
Was it accidental rail fanning?
Sort of. So during my in-car session today, we went over to Worthington near the Railroad Club I want to join.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, on the way back, we passed under the Norfolk Southern CSX and the Ohio Railway Museum Bridge. It's all, you know, they're all separate things. It's a mess.
Yeah.
What?
Then,
the railroad owns the museum owns the bridge.
Yeah, they have their own bridge. And then the NS is next to that, and the CSX is next to that.
Oh, okay. Remember
Yeah.
that thing I was telling you, Wild, about a bunch of people trying to build at the same location?
Yeah.
Well, no, the museum was an interurban, and then the NS was Pensy, the CSX was the Central.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, you
Yeah.
can't just get along. Why can't we all just get along?
Why can't we be friends?
Yeah, exactly.
Why can't we?
Why can't we be friends?
But anyway, as we were coming up to the intersection to get on, you know, the freeway to go home, I saw the little trolley coming across
Truly.
bridge, and I'm like, oh, trolley, yay.
Choo
So wait,
choo.
what is this place called?
The Ohio Railway Museum, it's in my thing. They only
Okay.
run Sundays.
Well, at least they run.
Yeah, you know, little orange trolley. It's adorable.
Ding!
The trolley.
No, it actually had like a whistle.
Ding!
Yeah, no, one of our trolleys has one too.
I think
Yeah.
that was a thing back then.
Peep peep.
No, it's
Actually,
like
you'd be
woo.
surprised. The whistles were really deep on what the trolleys I've heard.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I put one and went behind one with it. Yeah, it's deep.
It's deep.
Ooh,
Deep
ooh.
sea.
This train is still going through.
I'm not looking at the camera. It's
I
too-
am.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this map.
Choo choo.
So anyways,
I am a bus.
we found
That's
a
almost.
map. Or thanks to Reddit, I found a map
Oh,
of
Reddit.
all present and past and some future railway lines
In the world.
in the world, just period. And you can see all these dotted lines are former railroads. And this is the black lines are current railroads, and then you have orange to indicate main lines and red to indicate high-speed main lines.
Yeah, that confused me. So black's just kind of generic.
Black is just, it's just track. It doesn't specify what it is. And then this sort of brownish track is like disused, presumably. I don't know.
No, I think brown's like industrial stuff.
Well, there are a bunch of different... There are many shades of brown. Like, one of the brown means...
Just like Denver. It's 1,000 shades of brown.
Wow.
Ooh.
Anyways, you can see all sorts of connections in this, that, and the other, and former lines and everything. And frankly, it's kind of spectacular if you're trying to put together a picture of where tracks used to go. Or if you're trying to build something in trains that no longer exists. You can figure out exactly where it was.
Yes.
Or if you're a model, that's model.
Why does Rhode Island have a little Compton?
Why not?
To come straight out of it.
Word TJ.
Straight out of Little Compton. Because we couldn't fit the normal Compton in the state.
Yeah.
Isn't that where TJ lives?
Compton?
Yes.
TJ lives in Warwick.
I'm an idiot.
Like Baby Compton.
Yes.
Baby Compton.
Baby Compton.
Oh, there's the Washington Secondary Trail. Oh, I know that road.
Baby.
We had an electric railroad in Rhode Island once.
Well,
I mean, before pre-Amtrak, we had a little interurban electric railroad.
Oh my goodness.
It went to a town that is now in the Scituate Reservoir.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, Glub. Glub train.
Motherland.
Rio Grande's Black Canyon Division. Where's that? Glub.
Oh, out by like Gunnison and stuff.
Yeah.
I need to find that video.
No. It's that division that you were seeing 268 run over with the sawmill and stuff, JDur, in that video.
Yeah, it's
all underwater.
Glub.
It's all submerged.
This is why you can't have nice things, Colorado, even though you do.
Even though you do. Well, luckily we have nicer things currently than Houston because oh dear,
Houston?
Port Houston. Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas.
Houston is glub.
Port Houston.
Glub.
Yeah, Houston went glub, and so did a UP.
Train. Oh god, do we have the link to this?
It went for a swim.
I can find a picture of one. Houston UP train crash. It was.
I found it. Texas Waters calls train to derail. Yep.
Yeah. It rolled onto its side.
It doesn't look like there are tracks there anymore. It's just like
no. Well, I don't think it was on tracks. I think it rolled off of the tracks and got washed a ways away from the tracks.
Ugh.
I don't know. Like the whole train is more or less in one spot.
Oh wait, no, there it is.
Yeah, no,
there
it just
tracks
sort of
anymore.
It just sort of tipped off the tracks.
It tipped off the tracks, and then the tracks went bye-bye from that area.
Yeah.
I love how the lights are still on.
Yeah.
Which means that the engine is still going.
Damn, they build them hardy.
Apparently, it's on its side in a river, and it's still running. I'm still in the air!
And the river wasn't there to begin with. It was wholly unprepared for this river.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than when you flip a tank over in War Thunder. You just stop.
As if being
still in the air.
Well, I mean, if you're hanging upside down from the bottom of a bridge, you can still shoot Weibold. Repeatedly.
We're the best squad.
I'm gonna see if I can get a news article on this.
Yeah, well, this train in Houston needs to stop drinking. And speaking of drinking, we have news out of the Napa Valley wine train.
Oh God!
And specifically a lawsuit concerning the Napa Valley wine train.
Oh,
no. Wait, what?
So I don't know any precise. They're not suing anyone. They're being sued.
Well, yeah, no, duh. But you generally don't expect the railroads to go around suing people. Why? Because they don't have the money for lawyers.
Well, but basically the story goes, I don't know dates and anything, but can link to a story later and look it up. But story goes, there's a book club of 11 middle-aged women that board the train to do book club stuff.
You know,
I suppose.
book club stuff.
Whatever you do at a book club. So
Probably
they board the train.
Yeah,
I don't know.
talk about
I think they discuss it because they get on the train, and
We should have
they're
a
talking.
quiet
They're
customer
having a
before.
grand old time, just like everybody else. They're having a good time. And the conductor comes up to him at one point. It's like, "Hey, guys, could you guys quiet down? Maybe." Okay, sure.
Uh-oh.
They don't quiet down. 2 warnings later, and like 5 complaints from other passengers. They still haven't quieted down.
Several drunken middle-aged women is not gonna.
It's 11 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They get to the end. They get to the end of the line and are about to turn around. They're all corralled through 6 cars and taken off the train. Met by local police, taken into custody,
Oof.
removed from the premises and banned from the Napa Valley wine
Oh
train.
my god.
For being disruptive
For being
and
loud.
causing. Yeah, well, for being just hectic, I guess,
Yeah.
and being loud and disruptive, because they got complaints from like 7 or 8 passengers, and the conductor gave them 3 warnings before they were removed from the train. 2 that were just like, "Hey, can you quiet down?" and 1 that was like, "Quiet down, or we will take you off of the train."
We're telling you
And one
exactly
was-
what's going to happen.
Yes,
That's right.
and these women are suing the Napa Valley wine train for $11 million,
What?
$1 million apiece.
Why
For-
a million? For just not.
I can
shutting
understand asking for a refund. Well, no, not really, but $11 million because they wouldn't shut
Right.
up.
Yes, the women are suing the Napa Valley wine train for $11 million because
$11 million.
for I can't remember the exact charge, but it's something to do with like damages, emotional embarrassment, or something.
Listen, ladies, you were embarrassing yourselves.
Yeah,
up.
They removed you from the embarrassment.
they removed you from the embarrassment. Trust me, they're doing you a
Thanks,
favor.
Obama.
Here's the story from
They're
ABC.
suing the Napa Valley wine train and the Obama administration.
The incident happened on August the 22nd.
Mhm. Okay.
Sorry. So, basically, there's an ad on this page and it won't shut up. Go away.
Wait, you mute you. Wow, so
So basically, they're suing for. Oh dear,
Oh dear.
I forgot to mention that 10 of the 11 women are black.
What?
Yeah.
oh no.
So in
So?
addition to allegations of racial discrimination,
Oh jeez.
Because-
Okay.
yeah, because that's everyone's favorite trump card nowadays. The women are also suing the company for libel, which it's opinion based, not fact based, so it can't be proven as libel. You can't take it as libel. Defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Right.
Should countersue them for not shutting up.
To which the Napa Valley Wine Train Company replied, "Whenever any guest has an issue on board, it is our policy to address it. Be it a meal not prepared the requested way, a missing glass of wine, or an issue with another guest. Our management team attempted to address the issue with the party, but those attempts were ignored. The wine train has its own railroad police that escort the train
Really?
every day." I mean, I know UP has their own police. I know NS has their own police. Napa Valley has their own police.
Well, I mean, I assume they end up with a lot of drunk people, so they might want them.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Verbal and physical abuse towards other guests and staff. It was necessary to get our police involved. Many groups come on board and celebrate. When the celebrations impact our other guests, we do intervene. Today we were unable to relocate parties due to the train being sold out, so we made accommodations in the form of transportation back to Napa. Yeah. Oh dear.
Get out.
The women believed it. They did apologize.
Who apologized to who?
Hang on. The women's lawyer, Joaquin McCoy, also black, told ABC News Today that the premise of such
Well, I mean, with a
allegations...
name like Joaquin, I don't expect him to be, you know...
Well, shh, now you're being terribly racist.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Point for racism.
Following verbal and physical abuse towards other guests and staff, it was necessary to get our police involved. 2 of the members have been terminated from their jobs because of the lies the company said in that Facebook post, McCoy said.
What?
I don't know. I don't think that's 2 of the members have been terminated from their jobs because of the lies of that company, said the lawyer. Okay, I don't know. The post has since been removed, and the company issued the women a full refund, apologized for the women's terrible experience and inaccurate post, and offered a free ride. The women believe the apology was disingenuous and rejected the offer.
Really?
He added that they hope the $11 million they are asked for in general damages, along with special and punitive damages, will prevent the company from ever doing anything like this again. Because, God help us, we have obnoxious people not get removed from the train again.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Apparently, not so much. Because
unless you get a lawyer. Unless you have a really good lawyer.
It works when you whine about being, well, you whine about your wine train.
Boo.
Oh, jeez. I love how they're making it a race issue. Black people are being treated differently in America, he said. We believe this lawsuit will highlight this. We want to have
obnoxious people are being treated differently because they won't shut up.
Uh-huh.
I don't care what color you are.
Uh-huh. I don't care. You're being obnoxious. Now shut up! I would also like to point out, it's not entirely black women. There was one black woman. Or, sorry, one white woman.
There was one.
See how little it matters? The company added that we'll have to...
They should only give them the $10 million then.
Response to the complaint. Jeez.
What if this was all part of their master plan? They're like, we're gonna go on there, we're gonna get thrown off, and then we're gonna sue the hell out of them. And then we'll be able to live free.
Oh god, they've made a hashtag.
Oh god. Well, yeah, everything makes a hashtag. What is the hashtag?
Laughing while black.
What?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense.
Is that just for this, or...?
If there's one thing I don't have respect for in this entire thing, however, it's Napa Valley Wine Train.
Why?
Because they've capitulated. They've said, you know, well, we were completely in the wrong, we're sorry. No, you weren't. I've read like 5 different stories on this. Every single one of them have said that, yeah, the Facebook post was wrong, which was the one that I read out a minute ago. The Facebook post was wrong, but there were complaints. The one saying physical stuff, that didn't happen.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, there wasn't anything that stood out to me, but obviously I didn't know the situation.
Yeah, that one was false. However, I have read multiple news sources saying that there were complaints from multiple customers, and seeing as how the train was fully booked and they didn't have another place to put them, fair enough. I don't think Napa Valley, from what I've read, I don't think they're in the wrong at all. I think everything that this lawyer has said is turning the case against them because they're attempting to make it a race issue, which at this point in time is looking like a crutch for a case with no legs to stand on.
Yeah.
It's looking like they're, trying to grab at straws for something, and they don't.
It's obnoxious people that will call that at any moment. No, you're
just being racist. No, you're just being obnoxious.
Coincidentally racist.
You don't like me because I'm black. No, I just
I
don't
like you because you're obnoxious. Trust me, I dislike an equal amount of white and black people. I don't care who you are. If I don't like you, I don't like you. That's how this works.
Do you think I would like you? Do you think I would like you more if you were white? Yeah. Well, I wouldn't. Get off the train.
Well, I wouldn't. Now go.
Anyways.
Well, so there was my slightly ranty thing for the evening.
That's terrible, though. Like, oh my god.
It is terrible. And it's the kind of thing that, sadly enough, I could see it going through.
Yeah.
It's California. They don't know what they're doing legally. It just seems...
Can't change that.
It just kills me that something like that could even happen. I mean, everything that I've heard points to the fact that these people were being obnoxious and they had a right to remove them from the train.
And then they did. And the people were like, no.
People were like...
Yeah, actually, that's a better impression.
Mm-hmm. Actually, no. This is a better impression.
Wow.
Another point.
Hey, I don't get another point for that.
Yes,
you do. I had 2 points already.
What did he get the other point for? No.
I think he's given me both of them for being racist.
Oh, no. The first one was because of the pun.
Oh, but you said it was inappropriate.
No. The wine and the wine train thing.
Oh. Never mind then.
Anyways. Cut it out. Or I'll hit you with my sold-out Polar Express. Okay. The Black River and Western Railroad, they have 20-some-odd runs of their... What is this? What is this one called? The North Pole Express, which is their train pulled by the steam engine.
Mm-hmm.
They're all sold out. Every single one of them. This is like,
Good.
yeah. Remember how you're doing like 40 days of Polar? This is their equvalent. They're all sold out.
Oh.
And
I want to know is why is it that Christmas trains sell out so quickly?
On the 40th day of Christmas.
Because everyone knows Polar Express.
Said to me.
Right, yeah.
And then they've also got their Candy Cane Limited, which are presumably the diesel electric locomotives. And
Yes.
none of those are sold out.
On the first day of Christmas.
And then there are also the Victorian Christmas Special, which... Oh, that's sold out too. Okay. That's just a one-time thing, and... I don't know. I talked about it last time. It sounds like it'd be pretty cool. But, the other holiday trains that are noteworthy that have come up recently are also back at Scranton, and that's November 27th and 28th, and Saturday, December 5th. There are runs from Steamtown to Moscow, Pennsylvania.
Moscow.
And the Scranton Limited and Naog Tunnel short rides are still going to be operating, of course. But what the heck? They're doing a. Sorry. That's There's an announcement here about October 31st, which is, of course, past by the time you guys see this, but
We're recording this on October 31st.
naturally.
Totally.
An actor and art director who played Leatherface in 2013's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D will be all aboard spooky shuttle rides that day. So there were some spooky, scary shuttle rides at Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Beware the haunted shuttle bus.
Spoopy.
I
Too
mean,
spoopy for me.
jeez.
Spoopy 5 me.
Okay. But anyways, yeah, holiday train rides. I wish they would be, I wish they were steam powered, but probably they're going to be powered by their DL&W F unit.
Their funit?
Their funit, exactly.
Their funit.
Have you?
Nits. But they're having a
Pure
spooky,
communism.
they're having a spooky, scary Halloween at St. Mary's, Georgia, because Sadie is running this. Well, until November 2nd, actually, they're running Sadie.
Hey.
Oh, so 2 days.
What?
Oh, so 2 days.
Well, no, they're running from... They ran from October 24th to November 2nd, so... They ran it for, a week?
Yeah.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Hmm.
But, and does anybody else, have some news?
That's it for me.
Alright, well, I have big news. And by big, I mean
Johnson.
72-inch news.
What?
These drive wheels.
Yeah.
Right.
They are not metal yet, but the casting pattern, the wood pattern for the drive wheels is complete, so they are ready to be cast.
Good.
Golly, that is a big thing.
Yeah. They're
They're
Bopak.
box wheels?
Yeah, they're Boxpak. Sorry, Bopak.
Box Yeah. Those are box
Got a new word for you.
Boxpak.
Box I don't like that one. It doesn't
roll well.
No, I don't really like that one.
It's not
Box.
Boy,
The 72-inch center and then a 4-inch thick steel tire which goes all the way around,
Yikes.
which is going to be attached afterwards, of course.
Of course.
But yeah, big center there.
JDur.
Yeah!
I don't know, big news. Literally.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Alright,
Very
but
big
this
news.
is a good thing to finish up on, because our discussion topic is a little bit related to this, but give me a minute, I need to put some stuff down here in the, cargoes.
In the bits.
So,
Wow. Trader going for the ditch up there.
Railroad and then steam town. Holiday trains. Alright. Anyways, I want you guys to take a look at what the discussion topic is right here.
Uh-oh.
What is?
It is on the subject of railroad label. Who did that?
I didn't do it.
Didn't do it.
I saw CSX.
Somebody. What the hell just happened? It just. Okay, now it's down here. Somebody
Here?
accidentally dragged it.
Why
Anyways, so do you guys
I
recall?
didn't do it.
Do you guys recall a while back? What was it? What railroad was it that? Milky, do you? They were restoring a steam engine. They were restoring, I think, a big Santa Fe engine, and
Oh, yeah?
BNSF said, "We'll run it if you put
Oh,
BNSF
no.
on the side."
No, it was like Southern Pacific. Southern Pacific.
So,
Craft.
Southern Pacific.
Yeah, I'm not
What?
kidding. Like the actual
well,
classification.
what wheel arrangement is it?
Oh wait, the 410.
410-2.
Oh, okay. So,
And it was Southern Pacific and Santa Fe.
and they didn't go with it, of course, because they didn't want to. But I've always said, it's unfortunate, but that would have been an excellent opportunity for them. When you're trying to get a steam engine running, you can't necessarily be picky and choosy.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially when you're bringing one back from the grave like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was fired up before that, but
It was fired up, but they were like, "Hey, we're gonna."
That's-
But
Whoa.
this is the hypothetical scenario. So if we can agree on the fact that yes, they should have taken the deal, because obviously that engine is not running now.
because they done fucked up.
Yeah, because they didn't take the deal.
Oh, I don't know. I think it wouldn't be so bad. It wouldn't be the first time that a steam engine's worn a modern paint scheme.
Yeah, looking at
Yeah.
you.
40 for 49.
40 for 49 aside, like the
chassis
chassis
steam
T1
special
when they put the it's got ditch
when they
lights.
made it chassis yellow,
Yeah.
like
Hey,
really yellow.
That looks good.
Yeah,
I think it looks good too, but the farmers must have lost their minds because it was chassis yellow.
Well, you tore out the things on that last gondola. Farmers losing their minds. Anyways, but yeah, no. My hypothetical scenario is: what if the railroad that we all love to hate, CSX,
Pan Am?
no, Pan Am, I wouldn't let within a mile of steam engines at this point.
Ooh, you
I-
just ooh.
Pan Am is.
Oh, it's just went there.
Come on, I have standards, Weibold.
Chassis!
But
Yeah, but
if
you.
the railroad,
Oh, please. We know that you, of all people in this group, have standards.
yes, I do. And what if
We
the
we don't
railroad
need
we
to be
all
told that.
the railroad we all love to hate, CSX, decided to come forward and go, we will pay for the T1 if you paint it CSX.
Uh,
I would do it. It depends on what you mean by paint CSX.
Yeah,
put the boxcar logo on it.
on
Make it
the
blue.
tender, put the
I was gonna say if you paint it completely Pennsy colored, but just do the CSX logo on the tender rather than Pennsylvania, or what does CSX stand for?
it doesn't actually stand for anything.
No, it's
Yeah.
chassis, seaboard, X is multiply.
Bandit.
Oh, okay. But
Okay. What if you were to write that out on the tender rather than
Oh, no, it's crash,
Pennsylvania
smash,
Railroad?
explode.
that'd be
Yeah.
it'd be interesting. Or
Crash,
we could
smash, explode. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
imagine
but
if they wrote
people-
that on the tender.
Do
But-
it.
I don't think it'd be that bad.
No, well, then we could go to the other end of the spectrum and say, you have to paint it in, like, dark future. You know?
You have to paint it blue with a yellow nose and big CSX on the side.
Exactly.
No, you could wait. Let me find it.
You'd be like, what the hell is this? And you know, when I first came up with that idea as the discussion topic, you know, it just popped into my head, and I went, ugh. And you know, but as time went on, I've definitely come to terms with it.
Yeah.
It's like this, you know, the pros definitely outweigh the cons in this situation.
Right.
You know, and honestly,
the other thing would be, could you get it to be? Well, did the Pennsylvania go to CSX?
CSX has a some of Puro's trackage.
They should do this. If they're going to paint the T1 as CSX, they should just do this.
Because remember...
who specifically got Pennsylvania Railroad? Because PR merged into Penn Central.
Yeah,
Where
but when
did Penn Central
they...
go? Did Penn Central go to
Penn
NS
Central,
or to CSX?
Penn Central became Conrail, remember?
And
then Conrail
got
got split between CSX and NS, but it wasn't split like Norfolk Southern, or it wasn't split like PRR New York Central. It was just sort of
NS got most of the old Pensy stuff, though.
It was
NS did get a large majority of the Pensy stuff, but NS just got more stuff in general.
Yeah.
Because they had more money.
Yeah.
They have more monies.
Yes.
But yeah, no. And maybe the only reason... I almost just said, maybe even Pan Am, but the only reason I would say no Pan Am is because Pan Am's got nowhere to run it. They don't have big main lines.
Well, I personally don't think it'd be that bad, especially if you could get the opportunity in the future to be like... The best setup I can think of for it would be, okay, we'll pay for it as long as when it's finished you paint it in CSX colors, and then over time you can buy it back from us.
That'd be cool. You know,
because then you have it built, and then over time you can have the Kickstarter kind of trickle in. So rather than the building being slow, you have it running and generating revenue for itself.
Yeah, imagine like, look at this thing. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could say one of the reasons I'm hesitant to donate to it is because as much as I don't want to be labeled a doubter, I'm still...
Oh no, I'm with you there. You know,
I've given
really... Like, a couple, but like, you know, at the same time I don't want to see my money end up going nowhere.
Yeah, I really do want them to do it, but at the same time I'm really I have trouble with the idea that they'll make it happen. If they did make it happen, I'd probably donate a couple bucks, especially if I went on an excursion with it.
That'd be, yeah.
You know, you go along on an excursion with it, they pass around the hat, yeah, I'd throw in a couple bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's generating ticket revenue, it's generating ad revenue possibly, it's doing a number of things, and it exists.
Imagine if you could do, you know how at NASCAR they have all the little company labels all over the vehicles?
Stickers.
Oh my
Imagine
God.
like covering the tender in like...
stickers.
You know, Castrol Motor Oil and...
Yeah.
Welsh Coal.
Welsh Coal.
Welsh Coal. Pile National.
Trump Hotels.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
I was about to say Fox News.
What if... Okay. Oh God. What if Trump were to finance the whole thing with the caveat that the front of it had to be painted with a toupee on top?
That thing.
No, you have to build a toupee on top. You
have to build a 3D toupee for it.
No, and then his face on the tender instead of like a keystone.
Just have the Trump Force
You know, you have the whistle somehow goes Trump, 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 Trump.
Oh.
It's like the... Oh my God. To the Trump mobile.
Trump, 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 Trump.
The Trump train.
Yeah. But anyways, boils down
train.
Boils down to the idea that if you are in... if somebody comes to you and goes, we will pay for this steam locomotive, you don't say no.
Yeah, you say yes. For many, many, many reasons.
Yeah.
Especially when that railroad is Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Or any railroad.
If Santa Fe said, we'll do the T1, you'd be like,
well, what was the agreement between BNSF and the Daylight?
I think...
I'm gonna read up on that a little bit.
I'm not sure. Don't you
Why?
think
I'm wondering why it was painted in BNSF, or if it was something similar to.
I think
It
BNSF
needed an overhaul or restoration, and BNSF said that.
Well, that would make sense because it recently ended its 15-year inspection.
Was it the same? Was it the same executive that was at Santa Fe? It was now at BNSF. It was like, we just want to put our logo on the side of a steam engine.
In
I named that guy.
4449 was repainted black and silver for a Burlington Northern Santa Fe Employee Appreciation Special.
I named
Been black and
BNSF.
silver to mark that BNSF is a freight road and to commemorate the days that 4449s and other GS locomotives assigned to freight, helper, or local passenger trains. Interesting. In 02, it was repainted back to the Freedom Train for the, in
In honor of 9/11, right?
yeah,
I
the
respected
observance of
that.
9/11 from 02 to 04, and it went back to daylight in 07.
The Daylight has been through a lot of paint schemes.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Well, really, it's only been through 3. It's just changed between
yeah.
those a bunch.
Yeah.
Has it had more, or has the Chessie T1 had more? Pretty sure.
It has.
I think they'll have the same.
Really?
No, wait, Jesse,
Because they'll have General Service, the Shameless Railroad Scheme, and Freedom Train.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
I think they have basically the same number.
No, wait, no, the Chessie had in service, Rambles. What was after that?
Rambles had a different scheme. I thought it was just in its
Yeah, it
insert.
had like white walls on the tire, on the wheels.
Well, that hardly counts.
white wall tires.
That hardly counts.
Trust me, they're totally in right now.
Bellissimo. Hang on, I'm looking up the K&L thing.
4449 has
That doesn't.
the
I don't think that
baby.
quite counts.
Wait, what's
That's
that?
Well,
hang on.
they do
It's got in
try to
service,
be.
Rambles, 302, Freedom Train, and Chessie. That doesn't count as paint schemes.
Okay, if you counting technicalities, then 4449 has a whole bunch of technicalities.
Wait, why are they technicalities?
Because they're the difference of like a pinstripe.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're stupid nitpicky things that no, we're not going to count. JDur.
But
No.
what?
no.
Pedro, I can
adding
nitpick.
white wall tires does not change the engine's paint scheme.
But
Or-
Adding white wall tires is easy. You could literally do that in 10 minutes.
But-
You just run the engine and hold a paintbrush up to one point on the wheel. Have it paint itself.
Until your hand gets caught in the running gear.
Okay, well that, but
Ah!
Then you won't.
You just gotta be like, what was it? Just be like the general and ride
actually
on
your
the
hand
side
would
roads.
because the rod is on the inside of the tire.
Yeah, that's true.
So it really would only affect you if you were painting the number 2 or the number 1 wheel, and even then you could paint them from the bottom and still do okay.
Yeah. Oh,
You just rig up a paintbrush to be on the bottom of the wheel and run the engine for a couple
Get
minutes.
a paintbrush on a long stick. I wonder if that's been invented before. Oh wait, the roller.
Oh, well. We don't need rollers because it'll be rolling by itself. So, ha!
Well, I mean, I feel like that'd be more efficient because everything's rolling there.
Yeah.
roller bearings, it's way of the future.
Rolling. Roller bearings, way of the future.
Man, I've been getting messages from a whole bunch of random people today.
Yes.
I'm finally home. No, from like Steam all the time. People are like, help me with this. Look at this. And I'm like, no. I'm doing a thing. But yeah, anyways, let's hope that CSX comes through on this completely ridiculous idea.
CSX, you know you want a heritage fleet.
I know you
The
want.
CSX Heritage T1.
Heritage T1.
You know you want.
CSX, you will go from being everyone's least favorite class 1
Except
to
for
being
Pan Am.
everyone's favorite class 1.
Oh yeah, Pan Am is in a class 1.
I was gonna say, Pan Am doesn't count as a class 1, does it?
No, it does not.
Class 3?
No, it's a class 2.
Class 2.
It's not that small. They got a lot of lines. They got a lot of random lines that they're slowly phasing out because... Thanks, JDur.
Because Pan Am.
Because like I was explaining with railroad construction, especially around here, not around there because people gave up, but once one person made it over the Rockies, the competitors were like, "F this."
We need to get over the Rockies.
Except for if you Milwaukee Road.
Do you want to try to get over the Rockies? No, let's just leave the cars here and hope that somebody takes them to Salt Lake. What about these Rio Grande bums? They seem to know what they're doing in the mountains. Sure, let's make that their only and exclusive job.
Take these cars
Unless
to
you're
Salt
Great
Lake.
Northern or Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Or Milwaukee.
Just over the Rockies. UP, CB&Q, SP, just over the Rockies. And we made a pretty good business. Until stuff happened.
Until pipeline. Anyways.
Well,
Until pipeline.
Save one.
But no, around here it was like...
that's not the worst thing we ever did with the narrow gauge. I heard about an even worse thing.
Can you elaborate?
Not even in terms of like destroying it, but we had... There's a district called the Farmington branch, which was the same thing. It was oil wells.
Yeah.
But it was referred to as the Red Apple Line.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing with it was it ran from Durango to Farmington.
Mm-hmm.
And into Durango, there was narrow gauge track. Out of Durango to Farmington was standard gauge track.
Oh.
Out of Farmington to anywhere else that it went, so I think just the wells, was narrow gauge track.
Oh my god.
So it's an island of standard gauge. There was no
So they just
standard
brought
gauge connection.
trains out there? Just brought
Yes.
standard gauge trains out there?
Yes, they loaded standard gauge equipment on narrow gauge cars and brought them to Durango for use on that line and that line exclusively.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
forget
Why? I have no idea, considering narrow gauge would be cheaper and then you wouldn't have to go through that headache, but I'm sure they had a reason of some sort.
It wasn't like Durango like all dual gauge at one point.
Durango was... No, that was Alamosa.
Right, yeah.
Amalosa.
Durango may, because of that, have been partially dual gauge,
But not.
but dual gauge was never really a Durango thing. Durango was always solidly narrow gauge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You might be thinking of either, like I said, Alamosa, or Durango was dual...
Or,
It was like joint use agreement between Rio Grande Southern and DNRG.
Yeah.
or I think thinking of Salida.
Yeah.
Salida was also dual gauge.
So you want to build like the Colorado narrow gauge and train? Why will build the Colorado narrow gauge and trains?
That was
I
his.
would,
That was
but
his thing.
computer is
You've
garbage.
got a good map to do it.
You need
Anyways.
you need a good Mac.
You know, I was gonna say,
Or you need a good PC. That is not a Mac.
like around here, you'd get the Boston and Maine going. We've got to get to the other side of these mountains, and they plot a course, and they start building, and then the Maine Central shows up and is like, we can get to the other side of these mountains better, and also starts building. And then like the Central Vermont comes down from Canada is like, no, we can do it better the other direction.
We can do better, eh?
And so you get 2 or 3 or 4 lines that are essentially parallel but are really nowhere near each other. They just go from point A to point B in completely different fashions.
Yes.
And now Pan Am owns all of them. And so they're like, what do we do with all these identical rail lines?
Save
It
them all.
would sounds like the problem that SPSF would have had if it was a thing.
Oh my god. Shouldn't
Ugh.
be best.
Yeah.
Certain things of them.
Well, does anybody have anything else?
No.
I don't think so, because we went into our discussion topic, but it's time for... What are we going to do? We never figured that out.
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
I don't have a guest to ask.
Let's do.
We
Well,
talked
let's
about-
not do this one because that's a TJ thing.
Yeah.
Alright.
This one, I suppose we could do.
Let's do L1 versus Blount.
Yeah, we can do. We need to get Milky in on one, because he wasn't...
Yeah.
He was in
Milky and I haven't done it in a couple weeks.
Giggity, giggity.
We could do the Hudson and K4.
I'm not defending either of those.
You could do these guys if you get, like...
This one
Right.
was definitely built to be a JDur defended
Yeah.
one, though.
He's,
Wait,
We
what?
could do these two, although frankly, this is a Milky thing and this is a TJ thing, and if any
Or
of them
this
I
is
would
me.
want to defend this one.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is a you thing.
Yeah, that's also a me thing.
Okay.
Duh.
Well, it's a me or TJ. I would
We
take a
could
step
do
back.
these,
Yeah.
because neither of us are incredibly partial to either of them.
I'll defend the
Yeah,
Panniers.
that's true.
Actually, that's the Pannier. Let's not do this one. Let's do this, because this is actually a question that would be. I'm actually genuinely curious about that.
Well, if you can go and get stats for them real quick, sure.
I'll do the austerity.
I'll do the dips.
I'll do the.
Oh my, Milky. You hear that?
Yeah, 50
Yes.
You hear that, gentlemen? Alright, anyways, yeah, if you want to whip up stats for those real quick. What the hell are you doing?
Having a panic attack.
No, he found something adorable, I think.
No! Scary!
Oh. Alright, stop. JDur, why did you post this?
What's what?
The CSX 8909.
If they were gonna paint the T1 in CSX, they should do that.
Just the flat black with the CSX logo.
Yeah. I want to build this in Gary's mod now.
Is it confusing anyone that the number boards have a different number than the side of the locomotive?
I noticed that you said...
Oh, I
I
just now noticed that.
You said 20 something, and I'm like, no, that's 34 or 38. No, that's 8909.
Hey, dude.
That's what?
Yeah,
Engine? What are you? Who are you people?
I don't know. It's weird. I'm
Yeah.
confused.
Alright, I have my stats.
Alright.
Okay, do you have
Can you
the-
find one for the dicks?
I can try and find one for the dicks.
Yeah. Alright, post
I'm
please.
trying to find one for the dips.
I'm gonna
No, not Pannier Tnack engine. There.
Eh.
Okay, so there's...
Pannier
Right, get this
tank
picture.
and steps.
And then also,
Oh, were you saying Wikipedia?
well, because they aren't on steam
Dude.
locomotives.
Yeah.
Dude.
Plus it has a good number of stats.
Yeah,
They
they do generally. I found Thomas with a mustache.
What?
Me gusta.
What? You found what with a what?
Thomas with a mustache.
Why would you do this? Why? Okay. Fair enough.
Alright, let me get a austerity tank to put up as a picture. Here's
Right.
one, I guess.
Right.
The British engines always look so funny because the internal pistons. It's like how I used to draw steam engines before I understood what running
they
gear
worked.
was.
They worked, yeah.
Yeah. I was like,
Alright.
huh. Alright, anyways.
Are you ready, kids?
Did I just see... What the hell?
Walk paper
How do you
shotgun.
measure a curve in chains?
I don't know. I was looking at the capacity. What is a long ton?
I don't know.
It's bigger than a short ton.
Okay, well, explain that to me as well, because there's a short ton listed here as well.
Yeah, well...
What's an imperial gallon compared to a U.S. gallon?
I don't know.
This people is why we don't do British things.
We don't care about what they are objectively, we just care about how they compare. So,
Okay. So who should fire the first shot?
well, I mean...
Alright.
I could be a dick and fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this should go with the Panniers here, for reasons.
Okay, ducky.
Okay.
Are you gonna play that every time we say Panniers?
Please stop.
Okay, what's your engine weight?
My engine weight is 48 long tons. What's yours?
47.
Way to be those guys, GWR.
Which one is which? Okay.
Damn it, where's Fab? God.
They don't have factor of adhesion on here.
God damn.
Well, I suppose we could find it.
We could math it out, but I don't remember how to math.
I can't either.
Okay, fuel capacity.
2 long tons.
Wait. More fuel, the better.
Jeez.
I'm doing that every time Milky gets a
No,
milk
stop.
specific.
Alright.
Total produced.
485.
863.
Jesus.
England.
Man, the British
Why do-
didn't mess around.
Why do you do these things, England?
Worse
They
than the
can't make
Pensy.
powerful engines, so they just make a lot of them.
What are your production years?
What do you want? The first year produced or the last year produced?
Give us both.
Yeah.
They were produced 1943 through 1964.
Okay. 1929 to 1950.
I win. Finally. Okay, how many survive?
16.
70.
Jesus.
What?
Boom.
What? 70?
Yes,
so.
70.
70 out of
When was-
400 versus 16 out of, like...
Yeah. 16 out of 800 something.
Jesus.
When was your last one retired?
I can't exactly find when, but apparently 1966.
Okay, 1967.
Way to be those
Way to be
guys.
those guys.
What's your cylinder size?
Cylinder size. What is that? 17.5 x 24.
Where did I go? 18 by 26.
Wow, way below.
Bigger pistons.
It's pretty big.
Did you guys do tractive effort?
Yeah, what's
No.
tractive effort?
I can't find it.
22,515.
It's under valve gear 11.
Okay, there it is. What is yours, Milky?
22,000 something and 15.
515.
23,870.
Damn.
How
Austerity.
many
Stuart.
cylinders does yours have?
Wait, what?
How many cylinders does yours have?
It's a trap.
Okay, mine also has 2. Wikipedia felt that was worthy. That was noteworthy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
The
it's...
fact that it has 2 pistons is noteworthy.
They're also inside.
How
Lame.
many tubes does your boiler have?
It's an enormous series of them.
Tubes.
Here's a
You
two.
mean square feet?
No, he's
No,
asking for a
it's-
number of tubes. It doesn't say number of tubes on his thing.
It doesn't?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, well I've got 181 tubes, if that's relevant. What is
Great.
your fire grate area?
Fire grate area. Where the hell is fire grate?
It's on both
Oh,
of
fire
yours,
grate.
thankfully.
15.3 square.
15.3.
Yeah,
I've got 16.8.
dick.
not even a penny.
What type of firebox do you have?
Oh god. I forgot people care about this outside the US.
Barrel.
Barrel?
Barrel.
Yeah.
What?
Describe it.
What?
Oh wait, firebox.
Firebox. Say barrel.
A barrel firebox, you know, it's just a...
It's this British thing.
No, it's literally just a barrel.
Is it an interesting type or is it just generic?
I don't think it says it.
Okay.
Don't think
That's
it's
probably generic. It makes note of the fact on the Austerity that we have wagon top fireboxes, which are better for heating.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Wagon top fireboxes.
Steve.
On the
makes
note
it
of
special?
fireboxes, how big is yours?
Firebox 102.3 square feet.
Jeez.
What is
Got
your-
88.
Miles an hour! Alright, Milky, you have the reins. See if you can come back from this 4 to 6 deficit.
Okay, minimum cube.
Where is it?
I'm not
180 feet.
330 feet.
I win.
Yeah, by a lot.
By almost twice as much.
How can
I
you
don't know how
not
that-
fit around that much of a curve? Wait a minute, what?
I don't know. What is your wheelbase?
Wheelbase?
Yeah, it's like right next to curve. It's right under it for me.
Oh, 15 feet 6 inches.
11 feet 0 inches.
Oh yeah, these guys are like stretched out.
Yeah, the panniers are.
Yes.
They're a little bit long. They're also. Yeah.
They were a little bit long.
Yeez.
FML.
It's not your turn to fire.
I
Yeah, I need to help the Panniers.
The Austerity tank is such a small little engine.
What's your power class by BR standards? It's under career.
What?
I would
BR had power rankings, like you have an A class race car or something. I think that's how that works. What is your power class?
That was.
C.
No, you want the BR one because he doesn't have a GWR one.
Yeah, BR.
Oh. 3F.
What?
3F.
3F.
Yes, 4F.
Is that better?
Okay, which one's
I
better?
don't know. That's a worthy question.
It's a bigger number, so. I remember hearing it.
Let me look it up.
I remember learning about these Vegala when we were hearing about Big Bertha and the Licky.
Let's see.
What is the
3F and 4F power rankings? I don't know. I can't find anything on it. That's an orbital diagram. No, not right now. No, go away.
to the moon?
Go sit in your corner. Steam engine power rankings. England. I can't find anything on him.
Whatever. Bigger number, better number.
Bigger number, better number. So I win that
We
one.
could get a British guy on the podcast. That'd be great.
You
Yeah. Let's see. What's your water capacity? Oh, this is something the dicks fail at so badly.
Do you want Imperial gallons or US?
U.S. gallons because we're American.
1400.
Really?
Yeah, Willie.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, and to make things interesting here, I'm going to throw out. I'm going to invent a new rule. Milky, you have the ball.
Why?
I don't know. Because you're way ahead, and if you hit a tie, I'm changing it.
Okay.
You've got to stay on top, Wild. If you're on top, you got to stay on top.
Okay, and if it ties, then you're gonna change it over?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Width.
Width? Let me find it.
Wait, what? 4 foot 8.5.
I don't know that it has my width. It is my length. It doesn't have my width.
Okay. Excellent.
I am long, but I am not tall. I'm just a line. I have no X or Y dimension, just a Z.
You're me.
Or sorry, other way around. I have no Z or Y dimension, just an X.
You are a one-dimensional locomotive.
Yes.
Excellent.
So, do I get a point for having...
No.
No. For having more than one dimension? No. No, you don't.
No. What's your dry... I suppose your return to fire.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
What's
It's
your
your
driver
turn to
diameter,
shoot.
guys?
4 foot 3 inches.
4 foot 7.5 inches.
Hey, he wins one.
Yay, go Milky.
Yay!
You can go for speed.
I don't know that I have speed.
I don't
No.
think I have speed. I'd wait.
Well, you have slightly more speed than he does.
I do?
No. Milky has slightly more speed because he has slightly
Wait.
larger drivers.
Okay, but I generate more power.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well,
We could have the same speed.
And have bigger pistons.
yeah. Well,
So it probably balances out fairly evenly.
Wait. Wait, Pannier tank top speed.
Yeah, except there's not like a hard
Austerity
top
tank
speed. Okay, fine,
top
whatever.
speed. The British tested everything.
Okay.
All of these were standard classes, so everything probably has pretty solid stats.
Okay.
What's
I like standards.
There it is again.
What?
Evil.
What?
I'll show it to you in a minute. The thing that made me go earlier.
Ow, my ears. See if there's anything going on in the camera. No, not really. There's nothing going on in the camera.
No. I won't.
I would say 45 is what I'm
I
finding.
can't find mine. I don't know.
Okay, where's Steam Locos and profile? Oh, wait, they
I haven't done
it.
one on the austerities
Yet.
yet. Soon, TM.
I'm gonna have 70 to choose from.
We'll just give it to Milky because I know for a fact that the Panniers were used for some local passenger service, whereas the Hunslets were basically just for industrial use.
Yeah, and they look like it too. The Panniers are kind of dulled up, and the austerity tanks are like.
Yeah.
I'm a locomotive. Get out of my way.
Rawr.
Blah blah Davenport.
But it's like that.
Okay, well
character-
it's 6 to 9.
It's like that character in episode.
Do we want to go for style points?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Well,
Milk,
mine's been made in one of the preservations. This was the thing that I was ing about.
Ow. Still.
One of mine has been made into this monstrosity.
I think Yep, you sent me the exact same picture that JDur did a minute ago.
One of them's been made into this
Dun,
monstrosity.
dun, dun.
So there's a style point. It's Thomas.
Yes,
style point for Milky.
it's Thomas.
It's a style point for me.
No, this would be a style point for Milky. Painting.
What? Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we have our own series, guys.
Yeah, fine.
Austerities are jerks.
I'm not giving you the point for the Thomas the Tank Engine because it's like scary.
Oh. It's
like-
still getting people involved in the hobby, though.
Thomas-
That was.
It's
scary.
Thomas the
No.
Murder Engine.
Well, yeah, but the fun fact about that is that was the first one.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That was the first
No breaks.
one to be made into Thomas.
Okay.
Like, worldwide, that was the first real Thomas. That's why it looks like. That's why it
Yeah.
looks so scary, is because it was an experiment.
A failed experiment, I hope.
Yes. That's 17.
Oh my god.
Bad memories.
Trying to find some cool stats that I could use.
I'm waiting for you to give out a specific style point, just so that I can counter it.
I don't think he's gonna
Well-
be. He's not exactly renowned at finding style points.
Do you have a scale model?
Yes. Do I have an scale model?
Do you have
No.
a
I have
model?
a scale model.
How many?
I have ones made by Hornby, Kitmaster, Airfix, and Dapple.
Okay, I have one made by...
And Graham
but-
Farish and Bachman.
Bachman.
In both 00 and N scale.
Bachman.
Yeah. I have 2 N-scale models from different companies. Brockman,
Same.
Hornby, just at the Wheeled Lane.
Yep. I have five 00 models and 2 N gauge. What about you?
Does anybody have any HO models?
No, a 00 is HO. It's just
okay.
scaled differently.
Oh my.
Because...
It runs on HO track, but it's scaled slightly differently because British standard gauge is like slightly different than ours. 00 is HO track though.
It's
a
apparently
cool-
close enough that they can bring the Mallard here.
It's a
the
And the Scotsman.
difference.
Yeah.
Their standard gauge is it had to be re-gauged, I think. Oh,
No.
maybe not. 4 foot 8.5. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's Pensi standard gauge.
Well, their stuff
No,
their stuff
Penzi-
has different
Penzi
loading
standard
gauge, so
gauge
it's a
is-
different scale.
Penzi standard gauge is 4'8" and 3/4.
Yeah, it's that.
Their stuff has slightly different loading gauge requirements, so
Yeah.
00
Well-
is different, but it's on HO track.
By different, you mean smaller.
Yeah, even though 00 models, oddly enough, are bigger.
Oh. Huh.
Although that works out fairly well with the scale thing because, well, no, because they're the same gauge. I don't know. I know that Double O models they run on HO track, but they're slightly bigger than HO stuff. Like the Bachman Thomas stuff, that's technically not HO, it's technically Double O.
There shouldn't really be a difference there, but yeah, whatever.
There really shouldn't be, but England.
Whoa.
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 Okay.
We came standard with vacuum brakes.
Yeah, we did too.
Oh.
Good.
We were built and used by the big four companies. We were not just built for and used by the GWR. We were built by a third party and used by everyone, really.
Uh-huh.
We were one of the most widely built with steam engines.
Okay, well, you've already got a style point. You've already got a point for that. That's number built.
7 different builders.
Yes. You've
all the
already
people-
got a point for that, Mookie.
Hang on, I have a style point for Milky.
Oh.
What's that?
The London transport panniers were retired in like 71, I think.
Wow.
Something like that.
Okay, well then the Brickshaw colliery engine didn't retire until the 1980s.
Damn it.
You tried.
The National Coal Board continued to use austerities in the 1970s, and a small number remained in service until the early 1980s, notably the Brickershaw colliery in Greater Manchester.
Honorary.
And here's a picture of it in full. You can tell it's not being preserved.
Yeah,
You can tell it's in a sorry state, but this is a photograph
like
from the 1980s.
they're still using this.
August 1983, National Coal Board number 7.
It's up for people to see.
Oh yeah, that's in 1983, I think. Yeah, 1983.
Jeez.
So this guy was the austerity saw use. So no, you may not have that style point.
STF.
In fact, I'm gonna say that I get that style point.
No, you don't, because you guys already got points on retirement dates. Or well, why would you already get a point on retirement date?
Okay, fair enough. Well, Milky does have a character in TNF, but I have 2 characters in TNF.
Wait,
Oh.
what? There are austerities in Thomas?
Mm-hmm. 2 of them.
Okay, Thomas.
No.
No. Wilbur and 16.
Oh, I thought.
Who is 16?
What are Bill and Ben?
They're also Hunslets, but are they Hunslets? They're not austerities. They're shoot, I don't know. I think they're Hunslets, but they're really small.
Okay.
Look them up in real life. They're kind of goofy looking. Like
Yeah,
their cabs are real. Like the floor of the cab is like 2 inches above the railhead. They're small. Little
I know
engines.
which ones you're. I know. Yeah.
They look like 040s that somebody stepped on, and they're built to be kind of small like that.
They're built to fit like under stuff.
Yeah. So they weren't the austerities.
I can't think of any other style points. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh
well, I think that's it. Voting time.
Wait,
Yeah.
style point for both of you. You were in Panniers or Dicks episode 8 when the Pannier died.
Woo!
Don't want to give him my money. Oh my god! Somebody call the police.
We can do this the way at the highway.
Anyways, votes. I'm gonna vote for the Panniers. I don't know. I like the look of them better.
I voted for the Panniers.
Oh,
All right. Well, that's that because we've got no
Rainbow
guess.
I win
Rainbow
statistically.
Dogs.
So
Wait, Rainbow Doge, who do you vote for?
Wolf.
I vote for the austerity because I feel bad and pity vote.
Wow.
Oh, also, these were used on continental Europe and in North Africa during World War II.
Oh, well, that's nice.
So
North Africa is a cool map in War Thunder.
Yeah, until you slam it to something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks, just a dick.
All right.
Yours.
I think that wraps it up. The Pannier wins by popular vote, but in terms of stats, the Hunslet is superior.
But it's all up to the comment.
Give JDur a point for that.
But Panniers or Dicks?
I know.
And now
No.
Good.
being dicks because we're dead.
Boom.
Okay.
Alright, back to staring at the end of this heavyweight coach.
That Thomas is still scary.
I zoomed way in on his face in the video.
You're gonna scare people.
Thomas
The
the
thing that-
tank engine is coming.
The picture, the thing you can't really tell by that picture, the face is like 2 feet thick.
The
The,
race.
the face, like, they didn't modify the front of the engine at all, so it had to fit around all the curvature and stuff and handrails on the front of the engine. So the face wound up being like 2 feet thick at the nose.
Confusion and delay.
Confusion and delay.
We had plenty of confusion and delay today, but I'll save my mess for last.
Ugh. I got a few pretty basic ones.
Yep.
Well, we had the first train come into Windy Point on the narrow gauge, which completes the narrow gauge aside from one track.
One
One
track.
track.
Where does that
The
track
entire-
go?
It connects 2 legs of a Y. It's
Oh,
the
okay.
third leg of a Y, and that's why it's not connected.
Because you haven't bothered with it yet.
Right, because it in and of itself will be a challenge. It's not just, you know, the last piece of track to hook up. I have to do a number of wiring tricks and
Yeah.
either an auto-reversing module or a switch.
Yeah, we could use a couple of those at the PN. We had troubles
Oof.
in a reversing loop. The one with the worthless train, which I'll get to later.
But yeah, so that's that. The narrow gauge is now complete aside from that the one end of that Y. I'm looking at doing some scenery around the narrow gauge yard, notably the addition of like static grass shrubs.
Well, that's nice.
Because we did the thing in trains where, you know, we add grass and suddenly it looks really nice.
Yeah.
And the same might apply to the layout.
Did it?
I don't know, I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, okay.
Having
Well,
3D
we'll
grass
see.
is
Pending improvements, I'll let you know.
as my pictures will demonstrate.
oh yeah, that's right. JDur has pictures as usual.
Yes.
We figured out how to get trees on the Iron Horseman Railroad again.
Woo! But yeah, that's all I have. Okay.
Well,
Was that JDur?
Give him a
No,
point.
it was just Swanson.
Yep, that was
that
JDur.
was just Swanson.
Why do I have 2 points?
You've had 2 points.
I know I have the one. Why did I get a second?
You have 2 points. You've had 2
You've had-
points.
You had
Yeah,
ever
but
since
why
you-
did I get?
You complained
But
about it the first time. I don't remember why you got the second one. It was like
Just-
No, I changed it. I changed it back to 1 because the second one was JDur giving me a racism one.
yes, and I put
Oh.
it back.
Well,
Wait,
you get
wait.
racism too.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I already got one. That's why I have a point.
Oh.
God damn it.
Milky gets one too
No,
because he's too pure.
He's too pure.
He's too pure.
You're not allowed to be a good. You're not allowed to be
Not
a good
allowed
boy,
to be
Milky.
that good, Milky.
Is it because I'm like 12% German? Is that why?
No.
No.
Uh,
What
But
would
anyways.
that have to do with it?
I don't know, racism.
You get you.
That's right.
Yeah, but why
Germans
won't
aren't
like?
racist. I'm 80% German.
That's true.
And no, I'm not getting a point for that.
Anyways,
Eugene to Umbermill, I got the trackets done on
oh yeah,
that.
I saw you fooling around on that a little while ago.
Yep. And
Hey.
downloaded some nice U-boats that I'm definitely going to use
U-boats.
with like 20 megabytes, something like that.
U-boot.
I want to say that was the cab that was 20 megabytes, but
Oh my
it was-
god. Yeah. Guess who
that.
shouldn't use that for a build competition? You.
No, you.
Well, I'm not. I'm not a builder.
You're just gonna
I'm
lose
a
points
jerk.
for it.
Wait,
Oh, I'm going to get glorious victory because
what's going on?
Because I have to sit there and download a 20 megabyte file while everyone else waits for it.
Like exactly what happened last time.
Yeah.
The effing warehouse.
Or-
I'm sorry.
The warehouse or the 6 megabyte engine sound or
The worst
sci-
one. The worst one was the engine sound by far because
Yeah.
it was just the most insulting.
No, the way.
The warehouse, yeah, but the warehouse had nothing to do with like the competition. That was me trying to make a video.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he was kind of panicking. Like,
Yeah, and then
You go.
it turned out to be
computer work.
nah. Anyways,
So there's that. We need to do another one of those here pretty
We
quick.
do.
Broke
when we have
Windows
a chance.
Explorer.
Maybe after this.
but JDur, you had some fun.
Oh yes, I did. I'll save my Gmod stuff for after you're done with everything.
Really?
He's got a big long.
Yeah, I've
thing,
got
Peter.
one.
I'd say just go for it.
thing.
Yeah.
We've
Okay,
got quite a
so-
few big long things.
Model rating
Jada,
haven't done really
can I have
anything
your
in the past
alphas?
couple weeks.
Hmm.
Davenport Southern. As Ellis will kindly hold up the pictures I put in
Oh, yeah.
Sketchat.
That's right. I was looking at those. I already
Yeah.
did that.
Good.
Hmm.
Do it again.
Yeah, I'm doing it again. That's a very stretched out bridge.
Thanks.
No, it's not a good thing.
What's a very stretched out bridge?
Wait,
Oh, that is a very stretched out bridge. That doesn't
no.
look bad though. It looks about right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Look at the cross sections. They're at 45 degrees.
Yeah, yes.
It's built. It looks like it's just built to be a longer span.
It is.
Plus, it's two spans and it has essential support.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, unlike something else.
Yeah. Well, again, everything is at a 45 degrees, so it looks
Don't-
about right.
Don't look at the road bridge.
I will.
It's the
Don't look
same one, isn't it? No,
No.
okay, no, it's that one. Okay, well, whatever.
I use that one all the time.
I noticed.
It's quite long.
Ooh.
Although that one you could probably pull off because it's a road bridge.
Yeah, and also it's just like a girder bridge, and you see those all the time.
Anyway, the pictures that Ellis is holding up is that it's
Like
me
the
run
fall foliage.
765 through the scenery I've been working on. The hill out of Wellston where I stalled
Jeez.
and just
Nice.
gave up one in DCC mode.
Jeez.
Got to the top of the hill and then went back into cab mode. Hit maybe
Jeez.
60 before coming into Clark City where I've been working a lot in the past couple days.
Beautiful scenery, Milky.
Yeah. 3D grass is important.
I'm sorry, I'm
Milky,
Milky.
what's with that? Milky, what's with that hill?
Okay,
Yeah.
it's a DEM map. It's not final at all. But
Wait, what am I
Well, you
looking
should have
at?
fixed it. Scrub.
I will fix it.
1501.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
But
But
yeah, the colors on the Jada, the colors on your route are pretty cool. The autumn colors.
Yeah. Speed trees.
Yeah, they're good
'Cause-
for you.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is every time I finish an area of the route, I'm just gonna run the berg through there. If I can run the berg through there and it doesn't kill the computer, I can run anything through there.
Yeah, because Berkshire smoke.
Yeah, it looks great though.
It does. It to its credit, it looks great. It just is a computer killer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
What else do I have?
East.
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful autumn colors. Yeah, I have Gmod stuff. That can wait.
No,
Yeah.
it can't. Go do it now.
Okay, so first off, a couple days ago,
The best
Someone-
moment anyone can have. You know.
yeah, someone asked me, "Are you the JDur? Can I have your alcos?"
oh,
And I go, "Have you seen the Terminus podcast?" Yeah, that's the reference. Oh, cool.
Or did you give him your Alcos?
No,
Oh, we
I
need to make a specific Terminus podcast. We need to make like a Terminus podcast boxcar, and if you find us on the server and
I'm-
ask for it, we
I
give
made
it.
an iron. I made an Iron Horseman boxcar, but I don't like it.
No, we'll do.
I'm gonna redo
We
it.
got to do a Terminus one.
Yeah,
so
use the
there's that
logo.
officially announced. If you watch Terminus and you play Gmod and you see any of us, just ask for the
Terminus box card that's in
just
the
ask for the Terminus car. It might be a different. Might not be a box car because I've had a couple of ideas.
I'll make a
but
Terminus
Alright,
alco.
well, just use the. Do you still have the logo that you made? Can you put that in the game? You can't really like.
not really.
Yeah.
I could recreate it though.
Yeah,
I mean, somebody can make
recreate a
a
very rough version of the.
Yeah, we could. Just if you watch the Terminus and you happen to see one of us in Gmod, just ask for the Terminus podcast car, and we will give you the Terminus podcast car.
Well,
Once it's
we
made.
build it.
once it's made.
Once.
So-
well,
It'll probably be as soon as people get around to seeing this, and when they see us, it'll probably be made by then because I'll make it pretty quick.
Yeah.
I'll probably work on it.
I would be working on it, but someone gave me a point for being Gershma Milky.
It wasn't me. I'm just the one that noticed you.
Well, don't think
I
I
thought
didn't.
Ellis was the one that noticed
Yeah.
you because you went twang, twang, twang.
I was
I
trying
could hear
to
you in
mute
the
my
background.
I was trying to mute my Gary's mod.
Yeah.
didn't-
Well, good job.
Well, you're not doing a good job.
Thanks,
And I have your algos.
Yeah.
Also, if you got a point for being in Gary's mod, why did that compel you to leave Gary's mod? Once you have a point for being in Gary's mod, you won't get another.
Well, the thing was, I was trying to build a switcher, but podcast. I'll work on it later. I have too many diesels.
Okay.
Many do.
Anyway.
And we have a confirmed Iron Horseman viewer.
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah,
Yeah.
yesterday on FCNet, and someone asked me if I did voice, because I was using the voice chat. Once in a blue moon, I'll use it.
Did
my
you do
God.
the narrator voice?
No.
Oh,
You should have answered
yeah.
him like, "Why, yes, my young child. I think I do."
Goddamn.
Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo.
Who would have babbly?
Bibbidi-bobbidi-bibbidi-bobbidi.
Zibba zabba zib.
Yeah, he asked me if I,
Skabba-dabba-dibbi-dibbi-dibbi-dibbi-dibbi-dibbi. I'm the scat man.
I'm not a bib. I'm
Bill
not a
Cosby
bib.
joke.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-wee-ba-ba-ba-da-bop.
Alright, anyways.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
but yeah, he asked me if I did the voicing. And yes.
Yes.
And then that.
Mr.
then-
Jerry.
Uncle Jerry.
Jerry.
Oh, and also for anyone who finds me on Gmod, it's JDur, not Jerd. I hate it. when-
Jerd.
Jerd.
Oh my
Jerd.
god.
Jerd.
Dude.
Gonna call
Waiting
you
for the
that,
ghost of
Gary's
old
mod.
Tom Jerd.
Old Jerd. Uncle Jerdy.
I
Uncle
just
Jude.
hate it when people do that.
Jerd.
It's not rocket surgery to pronounce my name right.
Well, if
Okay,
anything, Jerd is closer to your actual name.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah,
Actually, no, it's not.
No,
I
it's
forgot
not.
you're Jacob.
yes I am.
Forgot
Thinking
you're
of
Jacob.
Jared.
I was thinking of TBA. I was thinking of Jared.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
I forgot that you were Jacob. I thought that I just remembered Jared, and it was oh no, it's TBA.
And then for the last week or so, I've been on a custom freight car kit because the train assembly 2 is nice,
But you want to make a bunch of props.
well,
kidding.
no, it's really just three props for the base car itself, and then a few for like coloring purposes, and then text G2s, which don't count as props.
Yeah.
Anyway, just
Really, the custom freight cars are just. They really just are the 3 props plus E2s.
yeah, and then occasionally a couple props to like patching.
Add to the paint scheme.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
do something with it. What on earth is this?
Anyway, I linked my Steam. I linked my Steam.
What on earth is this?
What are you looking at?
The anti-Penn Central car.
Oh,
The
no.
anti-pension.
What is this?
The Great Potato Charlie Brown.
The anti.
I like what it says on the flat car and how it's
Yeah.
not
What it
potato.
said in the poop flat car.
Yes.
That was NRGM, and NRGM is squeaky.
I like the fire engine.
Yeah, I
I
think.
like the T1. Damn, son.
I think Dennis.
And
And the Q2.
Oh, that's a new one.
I think
That's a
Dennis
new-
had the.
These are really
Sorry.
well done.
Yeah, they're
like-
streamers. Take a
I was
guess.
gonna say these are new ones. I have a picture of a T1 from the old server, but it's like
Wood
it's not
clap.
nearly as well
Yeah, I
done
was gonna
as
say
that.
it's not as nice.
It's not as nice as that. That's a very nice engine.
Yeah, such detail, very trained, much wow.
Like, that's almost MSTS levels of graphics.
Almost.
And I don't mean that to be offensive. It's the kind of thing that would be a really, really nice model if they would add texture to it.
Yeah,
It looks
like what- like
really,
weather
really
and stuff.
smooth.
it
Yeah.
is exceptionally well detailed.
But look at the.
It's extremely well detailed. It's very smooth, though.
Yeah.
I feel like it could use texture.
Well, I mean, they were quite shiny and smooth.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but look
They
at,
were, but they weren't that shiny and smooth.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
but
true.
look at the two.
Trust me, I spent the weekend with Steam Engine. You open the throttle, it goes bleh, and then it's not shiny.
Yeah,
and
I
smooth.
know.
Yeah, but the pictures I put under the such detail and the Back to the Future train.
Alright, hold on, let's see if I can find it.
That's not the Back to the Future engine, but I'm being ridiculous
Whatever.
now. So
But somebody took two. I don't know how they did this. They took two GP7 cabs and glued them together.
To make what?
2 GP.
I don't know. I showed Milky a picture of it, and he
Together.
said like it was like one of those egg liner G-style things.
I like this picture, red versus blue.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I see this.
I like it particularly because I know how it ended. We both started taxiing and crashed into each other.
Wait, where is this picture?
It's down the page a little bit, and it's 2 biplanes. It's a red biplane, which is his, and a blue one labeled NDR, which is mine.
Oh my goodness.
And we
Hold on.
taxied at each other, both firing the guns as we taxied, and broke each other's wings and crashed into each other and just sat there for a minute.
I'm not
Yeah.
seeing it, but I might be
It's like,
blind. Oh,
wow.
there it is.
Damn
Doom, cheep, doo, doom, doom, doo,
Just
doom.
remembering how that went. Oh, there's another one in the Q2 a little bit further down, Ellis. One of it
Yeah.
smoking. It's got better smoke than Tane.
Everything is
That's
better.
not saying much.
Everything is better smoke.
It's got almost as good smoke as Railworks.
And then I rebuilt. Wait, no, hang on. What else is there?
That'd be one thing that'd be really nice for Gmod if you could sync the smoke to the chuffs.
That'd be cool.
I guarantee it's doable, but
Oh
And
yeah, I
there's
guarantee it's
probably
doable. It just
E2.
takes E2 magic, which I can't do.
and then the picture next to the red versus blue. Why brakes are important?
Oh,
Oh
god.
god.
Yeah,
Is
someone.
it the
I
end of
was-
the tunnel? Oh,
You hit
man.
something?
I was
Oh.
no, I was putting a train together in the Rockfort yard,
Mhm.
and here
Oh.
comes Emperor.
Oh, I'm not looking at that picture. I'm looking at the picture. Oh, why brakes are important. Oh.
Yeah.
What is
Ooh.
with
Here,
this
and here
one?
comes Emperor.
I was looking at the one of you just creaming the pickup truck.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. That's what this
I'll get to
is.
that. I'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah, there's the one of you just murdering the car. But yeah, there's the one with Emperor and his Milwaukee units.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm putting a train together in Rockfort. I'm just leaving the yard, and here comes Emperor, just flying in.
Blammo!
Yeah. What's funny is all of the other cars derailed except for the 5 gondolas.
What is this thing? What is
What
this
is-
thing with boxes and wheels?
I don't know.
Emperor kids.
No, the gray box. I
Oh,
don't
that.
Know. I don't know.
know.
I don't know what it is.
It's noob. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I like it. Just kidding.
Why?
I'm
Okay.
kidding.
There-
You know what it
there's
looks
no-
like? It looks like what's its name? Jared or something from Top Gear, the car that they made. the electric car that was just the boxiest thing ever. It looks like that.
Also, what is this Ravenholm unit? Because it looks effing cool.
I don't know.
Ravenholm.
It looks cool except for the tank on top of it.
Yeah,
That's
that I don't know.
you're not fitting through any tunnels like that, but that's not the point.
This is
It's got
Gmod. You can no collide it.
Norfolk and West box car. Why is it a high cube like that? Why is it an auto? It's not an auto carrier. What is that?
It's a.
That's a TTX high cube, is what it is, isn't it?
yes,
No,
it's a high.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
It's
it
a
looks like
high-cube, but
it
it's
looks like an
TTX
auto parts car
Yeah.
because it's got the
That-
double
that's-
doors.
It's TTX built. That's why it has the stupidly long frame. Ooh, I really like the Santa Fe hopper.
Thanks.
The hop
Ooh,
on.
that's nice. Is the logo one piece, or did you make that?
That's
Probably.
4 props and then an E2.
Okay, that's nice.
Oh,
Turned
okay.
out a lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah, it's that really adds a lot to it. That's a nice looking car.
Oh my god, it's multi-track drifting.
Yeah, I decided to make a CSX for whatever reason, and as soon as I tried to drive it for the first time, I screwed it up.
Oh my god.
Jeez. I
You
like
have
the
to-
logo.
Yeah. It
The
looks
lightning
like
bolt on the cab is a little bit goofy,
it's
but
sort of
Shut up.
smushed. What is this thing? Never weld. What is
Yeah.
this?
that is supposed to be a 1400, but it's an 080 because
Yeah, and he had
Yes.
like the
it's like a Schnabel container carrier.
It's
Yeah.
like the most inefficient container car I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, and it's welded too, so it's just the server is in pain at that point.
Mm.
speaking of
Why?
paint, you can see.
Well, that's
the-
awesome. I see the cab thing that you were talking about.
What the? The one that just says "Why."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so goofy.
I came on the other day and saw something like that, but it wasn't a cab with two hoods. It was like a really short hood in a cab and a short body, and then the vents at the back because it was like an SD70 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember going on the voice chat and going, ah!
And then the picture
Wow.
next to the
Oh,
thing, just some scratch-built fight bearer.
oh.
It's interesting looking.
The horn
that's
is
painful.
really bad.
Is it?
Oh.
Yes.
Well, the horn.
It's like...
The engine itself, I think, doesn't look too bad.
It doesn't look too bad to you, but the reason I'm saying it looks bad is because I know it looks like something that was made 3 years ago. Those are all vanilla props.
Uh-huh.
It does not look... It looks well made, but it doesn't look like the kind of thing that would be up to modern standards. It looks like a Baldwin six-wheel to me. Yeah, it looks well made, but it is by no means practical in a modern era.
Okay, and then the me smashing into that pickup truck.
Yeah, I saw that. There's, like, parts everywhere.
What did you
Okay,
hit
so
at
this
80
was-
miles an hour?
Probably, I don't know.
88 miles an hour!
This was earlier today, so I put a train together. You know, GP40 high cube, bunch of northern petrol tankers,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just getting out of the yard.
And then you CSX'd it.
No, my internet
Boom.
died for maybe
God.
like not even 5 minutes.
Well, you know, if they do that in Selkirk, it could be fatal, but... Because they have the two robo-switchers.
No, no.
Anyway,
We have a need to for that, but
yeah. Anyway, my internet dies. I get back on, and because I put an NT32 and it already spawned and didn't like register to me for whatever reason, I tried to get back in the seat and it just kicked me out.
Oh no, so you had a runaway train.
Yeah, so somebody spawned a pickup truck on the tracks to try to stop. It worked,
Sort of.
and it got... See, because Gmod doesn't like things exploding.
Yeah.
Exploding. The
Yeah.
parts just went everywhere.
You
kinda
should have unstoppabled it, like gotten another engine and tried to couple to
I was
it.
tempted to do that.
That would have been awesome.
Like this, accidents happen again and again.
Yeah.
I didn't see the caption on that picture when I saw it before. That's good.
Yeah. For anyone that does any train stuff with Gmod, you know, crashes are common.
yeah.
Yep.
It's
That's
common
nice.
as
Happen again and again.
Yeah.
The
Anyways.
EBC has been saved.
Give me steam!
Give me speed.
I like how every picture on here is trains, and then you have one of planes and one of a fire engine.
Yeah.
The fire engine was pretty cool, admittedly.
Mhm.
Oh, train coming through on the camera.
Really
Oh, it's an
sketchy.
Amslac train.
Oh, it is?
Yay, I'm smack.
It looks like there's exactly 2 people waiting for it. Oh, there's a third person.
Just kind of popped up.
Yeah, it came out of the building.
Hey,
Well, I mean, in comparison to the last train where there were like 40 people
Joe
on the
Swanson
platform.
has connected to the server.
what?
He's on Gmod.
Give me another point. Okay, now give him a point.
Oh,
Anyways,
That's
so
it for my-
this weekend,
that's it for my Gmod. Radio chatter, wipers, and windows. You had that's my new benchmark for all my
cool
locomotives. I have to
detail
have
stuff. I heard.
Actual windows and radio chatter.
All right, so here at the Providence Northern, where I was this weekend, I went home with Leanne Johnson
Woo.
to attend a Halloween operating session
Spooky.
at the Providence Northern. Yeah, it was kind of spooky. The layout was acting spooky. This was a brand new operating session designed by our Amtrak retiree, John Breitmeyer, otherwise known as JB, otherwise known as one of the several steam Nazis that we've got at the club. So, brand new operating session, no one there had run it before. And he had apparently made some last minute changes because some of the stuff was on photocopied paper and some of it was just on loose leaf.
Wow.
And so Chris, our dispatcher, finally shut up. After we gave out the assignments, And I'm sitting there waiting because I got there a little bit early and there's about an hour that has to go by before the op session is going to start. So we're all figuring stuff out. I have to start over in St. Johnsbury, which is the middle of the route, and it's the confluence of the main line and the branch line. Now, the yardmaster for St. Johnsbury comes in, and he likes transition era, so he's pretty cool. And I start unpacking I take Lee off of his board, and I go and hide him in the branch line, like I normally do. And then I take out Johnson, and I put him in the engine house, or in the engine servicing tracks, next to all the 1985 diesels.
Right.
No, it's...
And then I turn around, and I'm waiting for stuff to start, and I turn around, and I see on one of the staging tracks, which is just like in the wall behind me, there's a small train with a Boston and Maine Jeep at the head of it. And I go, huh, Boston and Maine. And I look at TJ, and TJ's standing right next to me. Look at TJ, and I go, I have an idea. And he goes, he's not going to be able to pull that. I said, yes, he will. And so I go, and I get Lee out of the branch line. I carry him around. I walk past a bunch of people like JB, and everybody's giving me sideways looks. And I'm like, I'll never see mission. I go and I take the Jeep off, and I put Lee on the train, and I test him out and move him back and forth. I'm like, TJ, look, it works. And
I don't think it does.
And it did. It could pull it. Unfortunately, due to some complications, that train did not get run. But
is this
then a few minutes?
Is this GB or JB?
No. This is the railroad rejecting the entire operating session. So we start to get going, and first thing happened was the yard switcher for St. Johnsbury just didn't run. So Bob Lamontagne, the yardmaster, goes into his truck and gets out a pair of Providence and Worcester units. Right as he sets them down and starts running, JB comes around the corner. What are the Providence and Worcester units doing up here? He's like, well, you know, he's saying it tongue in cheek. He's not actually, he's not, he's not, yeah, not John Narich. And he's like, hey, look, it's a 1985 paint scheme. And JB goes, okay. And he just sort of walks away, and I go, I like how he noticed the Providence and Worcester diesels, but not the Mogul behind me or the T1 on the table. And so then, time passes, and like the dispatcher starts calling the first trains to go out, and then we all start to like plug in our controllers and get ready, and the DCC system just starts breaking down.
Oh no.
And we can't figure out why. And so like everyone loses control of their trains. TJ's engines just like take off. And so we have to shut the power to that section of track to keep them from running away.
And hitting a wall and just exploding.
Or going into the turntable pit, I think it was.
Oh no.
But no, we shut the power, and we're like, what do we do? And so we had to cycle off and cycle on the DCC system several times during the course of the thing, and it would last like until we figured out what was wrong, which I think someone's controller was bad. So every time they plugged theirs in, it would screw up the system. It would just like every once in a while, everyone would lose control, and the trains wouldn't be able to stop, or they wouldn't be able to start. You wouldn't be able to do anything on the controller, and so people are. Ray, who has designed all the op sessions up to this point, goes, JB, I blame your op session for this, and I go, yeah, the railroad has rejected his operating session, and it was a really interesting one because all the yards started off pretty much empty, and all the trains would come in and they'd deposit the cars, and the yardmasters were given, okay, put these cars on this track in the yard, and eventually they would build trains and, just like closer to a real railroad than we had done before, basically, which is nice. And so I got my first assignment, and that was run out of St. Johnsbury, go down the hill, go into Framingham, which is down and around the corner, basically. And then, because, it's an aisle setup. They're normal model railroad. And so I had to leave my aisle and go around to the edge of the big table. And then drop off a couple things in Framingham, and then run around my train and come back, part way up the hill. And I had Madison with me because she was just hanging out. And I was like, hey, you want to see an operating session? Because she's come to the PN before. And I was like, seriously, this is cool. We act like a real railroad. And she was like, okay, yeah, that sounds awesome.
Right. We act like a real railroad running a T1 and a mogul and then T5. Oh, this thing has to be done tomorrow. I'll be in my office.
Anyways. So, no steam up to this point. I'm running up there, and this Gardner Industrial Park, which is brand new, just got power to it. Also, there's a few areas with scenery, and I walk in and I look down, like, past staging, and suddenly there's grass and there's trees down there. And I go, hey, TJ, look, green.
I would approve this. I approve this message.
But yeah, it was really nice seeing some of these areas finally get scenery. But I wasn't near any of them. I was in the very work-in-progress section of the layout. So,
right.
I realized that I couldn't really reach both of the control panels I needed to at once. So I sort of put Madison in front of one of them and went, you'll figure it out. And, like, I had my schedule paper, and I was like, okay, I need to go to Murphy's Misc Metals. She goes,
Murphy's Misc Metals?
Yeah, that was one of the places. I kid you not. And it's like, she goes, okay. And she finds it on, like, the little control panel and finds it on the thing and figures out, like, she's like, is this the right switch? Yeah. She got the hang of it towards the end of it, but eventually she came back to my original strategy, which was hit switches until you get the right one. When you can't figure out which one it is. But, she got better.
Yeah.
And then finally I made it out of there. I dropped off all, like, 7 of my cars and picked up 7 more and drove back to St. Johnsbury and terminated. And so then I go and find JB. And I go, here's my orders. Can I have another one? Because TJ at this point is stuck somewhere on the main line at Summit, and I'll have him recount his portion of the story, but apparently everything was going to hell at Summit. I was lucky enough to be in a section of the route that was unfinished, so the push-button switches, well, they're supposed to be push-button switches because they're on the main line. All the push-button switches on the layout are disabled while we're running an op session, and you have to contact dispatch to get them thrown. Now, this section of the line I was in, not only does it not have push-button switches, it does not have working signals either. So, I basically got to ignore dispatch for the entire op session. So I'm just driving up and down, and it was like, people keep coming to me because we had some guests that were in, like, should I pass these signals? Because there are a set of signals that aren't programmed yet. They're just reading red all the time. And I go, yeah, just run it like it's a normal Saturday. Just make sure you're not going to run into anyone. Look around the corner. Okay. So they just go through. And dispatch can see what you're doing, but they have no control over it.
They can't just freeze your train.
No. Apparently they can, but...
Well, not Gmod freeze, which... Oh, wait. Yeah. A picture of that.
They can take it over. Chris Clegg, apparently, from his dispatcher stand, can take over trains that are on the layout.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyways...
My club can't
so I finally get back to St. Johnsbury, and I get lined back into the yard and sort everything out, and I go and get the new piece of paper. And the new piece of paper says, like, 3 lines of text compared to my back and front page of my last set of instructions.
Oh, no.
And I go, what the hell is this? Like, St. Allsburg to St. Johnsbury. So, where the hell is St. Allsburg? I'm looking around. I finally found it. It's a tunnel portal that doesn't go to anywhere at the back end. It just goes off the layout. And it has a train in it that's just this Canadian National Jeep, a couple of cars, and a caboose. And I go, okay, what have I got to do with this? Okay, I got to take it to St. Johnsbury. And I turn around, and I'm about 2 feet from St. Johnsbury. And so I had the honor of, and these were not push-button switches either, so all I had to do was throw a couple switches on the control panel, drive 3 feet, and then give him back the piece of paper. Except it would have been that simple if the gaps were right, because I was trying to drive out of the tunnel, and it was shorting. And so I had to reach over everything, drag the engine out of the tunnel, and then continue on my way. And finally dropped it off, and I was like, okay, I'm done here. Let me get another assignment. This was one of the bigger ones. I ran all the way around the layout and down the branch line. Didn't realize I was going down the branch line at first. So I was like, this is going to be my last train of the day because we've got to leave. And I go and I take Johnson off the St. Johnsbury station track, and I put him. I pull the diesels off the train and staging, and I put Johnson down. And there's a few people, and TJ's still stuck at Summit, which is right on the opposite side of the aisle from staging. And he turns around and looks at me and goes, I see what you're doing. I was like, yeah. And so I hook him up and I get my thing programmed. And finally, I finally got a radio that was working because my first two radios didn't. And that's why I was really glad I did not have to talk to dispatch at all. But finally got a radio that was working. Okay,
like,
dispatch,
radios?
this is...
Yeah, most railroad clubs do.
This
That's
is...
awesome. Do you have, like, call signs? Like, nicknames?
Yeah,
like truck names?
this is,
Delta 05, Whiskey Neutral, Foxtrot, Beta,
No,
Alpha,
but all the
Delta.
trains-
Lady.
all the trains have designation on the board, and you can tell what's what. So I was like, this is train... what was I? I was, like, I was NHBV, because New Haven, Connecticut to Brownsville, Maine. So NHBV to dispatch, I'm on train 21, in staging, need clearance, northbound out of staging. And he goes, roger that, you're cleared. And I look down, and I'm not. It's still line for the main line, I can't get out of track 21. Dispatch, this is NHBV, I need clearance out of track 21. He goes, okay. I hear the little tortoise motor going. Look down. He threw track 22. Dispatch, I'm on track 21. You threw track 22. I look down.
Damn it.
He throws track 21, but he doesn't throw track 22 back.
No.
Dispatch, I'm still stuck here.
Jeez.
And then right when I'm getting started, JB comes around the corner and he goes, which train? Because he heard me getting frustrated on the radio. He goes, which train are you? He goes,
And you point to the one that has the steam engine
that
on it.
one. He goes, you've got the wrong power. I go, no, I don't. And I start to move, and he just sort of looks down at me and goes, you know, Ellis, if you're going to pull something like this, you got to get here early. I was like, we started the op session like a half hour late, and I was here an hour early. How early? But really what I said was like, I wish I got here earlier. So I finally pull out of there, I come around the curve in Providence, I'm running by everyone that's just like hanging out at the doorway, and everyone's sort of looking like, what is it? Because the engine is really loud.
Right.
Realistic jumping sound. Boom, 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 boom,
Everyone's sort of looking, and then I come around and I'm coming through Providence, and there's a lot going on at Providence, and Ray Schofield is the Providence Yardmaster, and I just like crank it up, and I'm going past it. I'm running down the dead straight main line on one side of the table going, and Ray's looking at me like, yeah.
Just like in trains.
And I go straight past Chris, who's at the dispatcher booth at the corner, through Providence Station and out, like, and I'm coming around towards Roland. And Roland is the Framingham Yardmaster, who I've seen 2 times now in this op session. And he goes, what is he doing? Oh yeah, he asked dispatcher permission to commandeer both of the main lines because his yard was filling up. And he's like, you're gonna have to stop over there on the other side of the station. So I bring my train to a halt. And it's like, I'm sorry, I may not be strictly within the rules here. And I go, I think my infraction is worse than yours. And then JB comes around the corner at the other end of the layout and he goes, yeah, you've broken the cardinal rule of the Providence Northern twice.
What is the cardinal rule of Providence Northern?
Well, I have 2 steam engines.
Okay, fair enough. Is that the cardinal rule? Is no steam engines?
According to him, it is. I went, oh yeah, we're gonna get that
According to he who has a steam engine.
We're gonna get that in bronze, and just goes like, and walks back around the corner. And so eventually, we're trying to figure out how to most efficiently get the front 6 cars off my train, and then get me back on my train. So I pull forward, and there's a diamond interchange with the Boston and Albany there.
Oh no.
And I take the front 6 cars off my trains, back them into the diamond interchange, uncouple from them, get back on my train, and leave. And I'm like, Roland, you can pick those up when you have the opportunity, but they're out of the way for now.
What?
And so I continue up, continue around, and I get stuck out of St. Johnsbury for ages. Because I have to go down the branch line. I have to pick up 11 cars and then go down the branch line.
Oh my god.
And there's another train in the branch line that's about 30 cars and has to drop off the middle of its train in this yard that's already full.
Oh,
jeez.
no.
And so he has me pull up and pull around, and he's like shuffling me in and out, and something isn't adding up in my head. Like, what's wrong? And I was like, I have to go down the branch line. And he acknowledges that, and he acknowledges it's a train that's coming into his yard from the north. And then he realizes, like halfway through our maneuver, when I'm blocking the whole yard and I need to go down the branch line, he goes around and he's like, "Okay, dispatch, I need you to throw the switch for down the branch." And then he looks and he goes, Oh, you're in the branch line. Oh. So I have to back out and back up my train so that the train can come out of the branch line into the yard. And then he can send me around them and down the branch line.
Jesus.
In the meantime, I had driven... the T1 had been performing admirably at this point. But there is a about 2-foot-long tunnel at the back corner of one of these aisles. And I'm coming
through the T1 is not 2-foot gauge. It doesn't work.
On 2 foot long.
Wow.
But I'm coming around this corner, and I hear clunk, and then I'm like, oh god, I'm stuck in the only tunnel on the main line. And so I have to reach over everything and like drag Johnson out of the front of the tunnel and get his front truck, or get his front wheel set back on the tracks, and then I continue. And then I realize I'm going into the branch line. And so I come down the branch line, and Don Nevin is down there, and he turns around, and he's completely backed up. Because of the delays earlier in the op session, everything's backed up now, because of the controllers failing.
Right.
And everything is completely full down there, and he's like, "Do you have anything for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have like 14 cars." And he goes, "I have no idea where you're going to put those." And so I ended up leaving them in the town over. Because there was nowhere to put them near him. And I am coming around the curve at the far end of the branch line, which is even tighter. And TJ is just standing with the engine, and every time it derails, he put it back on. And it keeps going, put it back on. And Don turns to me and he goes, "The T1s were really mainline engines. They weren't supposed to be on branch lines." And I was like, I know. I didn't think this through.
What a me.
But I finally get out the other side, and then finally the dispatcher turns to me and he goes, "I've got a special destination in mind for that engine." And I go, "Nope, the train's terminating here." So I'm like, "You had all the way around the layout to send me off the edge of the world. You weren't paying attention." But part of that was one of the funniest parts of being stuck down in the branch line waiting for Donald to clear everything up. He goes, because there's one switch at one end of the, there's a couple of runarounds in the branch line, and they're all dispatcher switches. So he has to call dispatch every single time he needs to do anything. And it probably gets really annoying for dispatch, and it gets really annoying for everyone else on the radio. Because it's, "Dispatch, I need you to reverse the Rumford Falls switch." Okay, thank you. 5 minutes later, "Dispatch, I need you to normalize the Rumford Falls switch." And, it keeps happening, and then he's switching some stuff out to let me get through. And he goes, "Dispatch, I need you to normalize the Rumford Falls switch." Wait, don't do that, train's on top of it. The train's on top of the switch, don't do that.
Why wouldn't you just make them manuals?
It would be really nice if they're manual switches, but all the ones on the main line, all the ones that connect to, not main line per se, but like main trackage, are dispatcher controlled for whatever reason. Also, we had some other friggin' switch mishaps.
Oh no.
My first maneuver with the first train, I had to drive halfway down the island, halfway down the island, basically. And there's this freight house there, and it's Keene, New Hampshire. And I go, "Dispatch, I need you to throw the Keene freight house switch." This is, once again, I finally got a radio at this point. And he goes, I can't throw that to the normal switch. Or that's a manual switch. And I look down, it's a push button. I push the button, and nothing happens. And I go, no, it's definitely not. I think it's controlled by you. And he goes, I don't have control of that. It might be non-functional. And I look at my orders and I go, how am I supposed to switch the siding if the switch doesn't work? And he goes, that's a good question. I sat there for a minute or two, and then I picked up the cars out of the siding. I picked up my cars and I put them in the siding, and then I put the cars back in my train and went, good, we're switched out. And I continued down the track.
Oh, you pulled a hand of God?
Yes. Because the switch didn't work.
It's a sky crane. It's just a big helicopter.
Yeah.
No, this is Gmod. You just fizz gun the cars.
And then re-rail the trucks because they like to do the spin thing if you lift them.
Yeah.
Almost like in real life. Wait a minute.
They're spinning that much.
If you lift a car in real life, you take the trucks off of it.
Yeah.
And if they're spinning that much at all, you got a problem.
You spin me, but yeah, I had some fun and I got some great looks from the people who were like, isn't this 1985? And I'm like, yeah, it is.
The PN loves Steam.
But there were some pretty cool things, and I would have taken pictures if my phone wasn't dead. There was like a train with 5 RS3s on it that were all different road numbers.
Okay.
It was like an early Guilford train. They had like, they had D&H, B&M, Main Central.
Nice.
I don't know what the other two were, but there were no two with the same paint scheme in that lineup, and it was really cool. But yeah, no, we had a fun op session, and you know, the end consensus was it would have been a hell of a lot more fun if it didn't break down immediately. If we could run from the beginning of it, we didn't spend half an hour trying to figure out why the DCC wasn't working.
Our op sessions would be fun if we didn't have an idiot that planned them. I love you dearly, John, but so many. I guess he just wasn't wearing his glasses when he wrote the plan because there were so many short sights.
Oh no,
it wasn't even funny. Yeah. Oh, we need a switcher for this. I'll just have the road engines do it. We're triple heading Malays. You want to do switching with that?
Yes.
We can't fit these into the runaround track.
Just do it.
This train is too long for this siding. Put it in the other siding. There is no other siding.
It's like
Then
it's like
take
I don't
some
know.
of the cars away and put them where?
I don't know how Rumford ended up with so much stuff, but they had the yard full and the passing track full, and then some. Like, he stuck random cars in the paper mill because there wasn't enough track to put all the cars so I could get by. And I had more cars for him. I don't know. So, like, JB planned the operating session pretty well, and I assume if everything had gone, it would have been just fine, except for the branch line, which apparently was just getting crapped on. I don't know. They had so much stuff going on down there. Had to leave things in the next town over.
Yeah, I want to participate in one of these op sessions.
I went. This was another one of my expert switching maneuvers towards the end of the op session when people started to not care.
Oh boy.
I'm coming through Berlin, which is the town before Rumford, and
that's a great word.
There is a passing track there, and I'm looking at Don Nevin, and he's like, I don't know where to put these cars, and I go, well, I have 14 cars for you. They're in the back of my train. He goes, well, you're just gonna have to take them through. And I went, can I just leave them here? Because there's a passing track here. And he goes, okay, I guess I'll come in tomorrow and I'll sort the rest of this out. And so what happened was I pulled the train up so that the last 14 cars fit in the well, actually they were on the mainline track, but I switched it for the passing siding after I left. So the last 14 cars are in the passing siding. I uncouple, I pull forward like 2 car lengths, I pick the caboose off the back of the train and put it on the train that I now have. I picked it off the end of the last car and put it on the end of my train. Like manually, with my hand. And Don goes, I like that switching maneuver you have there. And I was like, yeah, time saver. And then I just hit the gas and ran through and get out of there.
It's funny because you remind me a lot of Roger. And I give Roger so much crap for doing stuff like that.
And see, on any other day, I would give people crap for it too. But this was the end of the op session. I was running short on time. I had to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And if a switch doesn't work, a switch doesn't work.
Right. The one that we'll run into commonly is we have a switch that was just installed, and the track is kind of rough over it, but it's not rough to the point where it's caused problems. If a passenger train will go over it and kind of rock a little bit. Then here comes Roger at probably 130 or so miles an hour.
Oh my god, scale miles an hour.
Yeah, scale miles an hour, just flying around the corner, and he hits this thing, and you could have counted his airtime in seconds when he hit that rough part of the switch.
More Tony Hawk.
He hit it in this area that will, if you run over it, it'll kind of rock the car side to side. It's a little bit uneven. He hits it and just goes flying. And the engine comes down like half on the track he was on, half on the westbound track. The cars jackknife and go everywhere. One of them falls off the table.
Oh my god.
It was one of my cars, actually, that fell off the table. I need to repair that coupler still.
Sounds like a Gmod derailment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot like a Gmod derailment, actually. It was somewhere between MSTS and Gmod with everything jackknifed, and the engine kind of flew when it hit that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Not to mention it shorted out the entire line.
Well, yeah.
Because it, covered a gap between gapped points on that stupid switch. Blammo!
Anyways, yeah, no, I managed to derail on basically straight track because there was a bump. There was a pretty serious bump. That, I mean, something with a smaller wheelbase would have been like, okay, but the T1 was like, F this.
It's like, no!
Thud. It's like, I turned to TJ, I was like, are you kidding me? This is straight track. But, what was normally I would totally do things,
Milky, do it. Just do it.
I would do things like a normal person, but, we were running out of time there. Like, at the beginning of the op session, everyone is, run this like a railroad, contact dispatch for this, that, and the other. And as time goes on, people just get less and less,
inclined.
Yeah, less and less inclined to care. Roland found out he had a couple of switches that the dispatcher didn't take over, and he was taking complete advantage of that.
I just heard fumble from the basement. I don't know what the score is currently, but...
I remember an old operating session where JB was doing Framingham, and it got to the point where... This was before they could control the switches from the dispatcher booth. It got to the point where he was just ignoring the dispatcher completely and doing whatever he wanted. Because the line was so backed up that if he contacted Chris for everything, he'd be there all day.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one from the op session? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. A lot of goofy fun. Oh yeah, no. When I made it up like the 2.5% grade into St. Johnsbury with, I don't know, maybe 25, 30 cars of the of big modern cars with the T1. T1 was like power.
Wait. T1 was like, wait, there was a hill? What?
Yeah. No, seriously. I forgot I had to care about that hill. Like normally, especially when I'm driving Lee, it's like,
I was gonna say Lee is at the back, like help me.
Lee is not even on the worst part of the hill. He'll be like, 2 feet into the 5 or 6 foot long hill.
And just
just start sliding. Like, okay, let me get something out of somewhere to help me. Whenever TJ and I are dicking around,
go find a helper.
Double mogul.
Whenever TJ and I are dicking around there and like running whatever we feel like it's come help me please, and come around from the other side of the layout with whatever. But I can't wait to just go over there and have an afternoon where I don't have to do anything in particular, so I can hit the gas.
Speed is key.
Going the distance.
Speed is key.
If I have any by the time we meet up, head to the bar next morning.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
one of those op sessions.
The PN is going to be a lot nicer for hitting the gas than the NB&W is, because the NB&W is really twisty.
And that was like, you can't have that here. We're a historical society. We have a commitment to keep to the people of this school and blah, 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 blah,
So
blah, blah, I'm a Nazi.
So they'd probably shoot me if I brought my Southern mogul.
They would
No,
probably
they wouldn't care as long as you take it off at the end of the day. You know,
Okay.
as long as it's out of the way when when somebody comes down for a tour or something, which happens all the time. But like that's why he's saying, you know, don't leave something on the layout that shouldn't be on the layout.
Or just
And
park it-
meanwhile, my friend Chris is like, he's trying to come up with all the excuses as to why we'd have a T1. He's like, you know, when railroads were lacking power, they'd get whatever they needed. And
Yeah.
one of my other friends turns to him and goes, you just want to run a T1, don't you? He's like, yeah, kinda.
I'm going to find an excuse. I don't care if it's in legalese. I'm going to find an excuse for you to have the T1 on there.
A what on the anti-BMW?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's now a mission.
It's a connecting service.
Yeah.
It's not, but
No.
also the track that it connects to is New York Central, so it's like if anyone wouldn't have the T1.
Okay, so no, it came from the Pensy area, went 88 miles an hour, and
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
no,
Also,
no.
that's fairly slow for a T1.
Right, yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
But anyways,
I bet the PM would hate my type of woolen stock.
wow, what do you do?
SP SDs for days.
Or
Yeah,
notes.
again, the PN isn't. They don't really care too much. We had New Haven RS3s hanging around for the better part of a year, and nobody said a word.
Ah,
Bleed is
It
hiding
was like
in a
the New Haven's been gone for 40 years.
Well,
It's a heritage unit.
well, it's a heritage unit, sure.
It's a heritage train.
it's a hoot.
Heritage train.
That's a photo op.
It's a photo. It's a photo run.
But yeah, I got to
Did I-
talk about the creamsicle scheme to people.
Oh, nice.
That
Did I
is
talk about that on here actually?
special.
What?
I might have to talk about that next week because it's not in this section.
Alright, yeah, no, I've got a couple of things that I skipped over that we'll come back to next time.
But I think that is a nice little tie-in
hmm Next time.
because yes, because the train will terminate. Well, actually, no, we need that.
I'm trying to
Termination
set
thing.
this up here.
We
We
need
need to
the
figure
final
out what our
work.
terminations are.
Aw.
Dun, 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 dun. I've got mine.
You do?
Oh, you deleted it.
What?
You deleted it.
What was yours?
I had mine. Hang on, let me find it again.
I cleared them out at the beginning of the podcast. I didn't think anyone had updated them yet.
I updated mine. I specifically didn't mention it so that nobody would look at it.
Oh.
Because this is possibly the best picture that has ever been taken at the museum.
Oh, okay.
This is yesterday.
It's
Villager number 42. Oh no. Oh my god!
Wait. Oh my god.
Hello.
Villager number 42. This was totally earlier today. Yesterday. With 346.
That's hilarious.
Villager number 42.
oh, that's Mark on the right.
Yeah, that's Mark.
No, Mark is the villager.
And Mark, yes, Mark needs a haircut.
I can tell.
And
so Mark's
we all give him crap about it. And he says, yeah, I need a haircut, blah blah blah.
so Mark's the crazy guy. Let's just say that.
I don't know.
What?
He's a
Okay.
guitarist.
Oh, cool.
He's also an engineering student, so
Yeah.
So I can trust him.
yes.
Okay. Holy yes, P. Banner.
Anyways, JDur, because of your excellent conduct today,
Yeah.
it seems you're going first.
Screw Donald Trump. Vote for Pedro 2016. Vote for Pedro.
Foot Pedro.
See.
See.
Survival.
Yeah, I'm going next. Did you show the picture to the podcast?
I did.
Okay, well that's my conclusion, and I hope that Mark, I hope that he enjoyed that picture because I think he plays MC. He's bigger into TF2 though. That's his poison.
Does he play Gary's mod?
Yes.
Hey, shut up.
Oh.
So apparently, I've been in talks, and we're apparently doing 6 episodes of the Iron Horseman Chronicles this coming winter season instead of 5.
Oh,
Uh,
I don't care if I'm breaking protocol. Shut up. We don't want to give it to more staff.
Hey, wasn't my idea.
Okay, fair enough.
Milky.
Holy SP Batman, 2 SD9s and a cheap on eBay. And they're going...
For cheap.
Well, yeah. I would have made a bad pun there, but... Yeah.
Good you didn't.
Yeah. And they have the goofy goggle.
Anyways, this has been the Terminus podcast. For the
Whoa.
spooky, scary Halloween.
yay. We made like no Halloween references.
Yeah, well, we talked about all the pumpkin trains last time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Christmas season now.
Oh, it's
It's
the
Christmas time.
Why
Snow
can't we
all
do?
around.
Why can't we have Thanksgiving
Train
trains?
whistles blowing. Because
maybe.
apparently Thanksgiving is a more offensive holiday than Christmas for whatever reason.
It's more offensive. Yeah.
People are stupid.
Uh-huh.
God is
And
great.
on that
Vote for
bus-
Pedro.
You know what you gotta do?
Vote for Pedro.
Sue the Napa Valley.
And
See
vote
you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Vote for Pedro.